you find yourselves at the Fire Jolt Cafe. And while you're there, Alina is kind of polishing the table. Grayson asks for a coffee delivered. Right away, takes the coffee. She walks over towards Grayson.
Can I slip some of those mushrooms in?
That's a little bit.
Anyway, I hardly wait at all.
Hardly wait at all.
Yeah, I'm going in. I'm going to the book. I'm going to get the book.
I'm on the lookout, looking for what's happening. Once she leaves, I give Ashley a signal.
Okay. So you start moving over.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like no one's watching.
You're small,
I'm small.
dark skin. I'm gonna see.
What are we doing?
I just need to go in the book, go to the page that was specified, put the glyph, close it, go.
Okay, put the glyph in. Make your way around. What are you guys doing?
You're sneaky, right?
Cotton brought the glue.
Okay. Is this the glue that you learned how to make?
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I hope it doesn't do anything else.
A little bit like sniffs or something.
Yeah, it's brown.
It smells awesome, like marsh eye.
Wow. Oh my god, I didn't realize Marsha was. Anyways. Okay. And she's gonna cast like invisibility on herself
Okay.
with her flute charge. And she's gonna sneak over with the glue and she's got like a little brush with her.
Okay.
And
She's, as you guys know, that you're keeping watch.
Mhm.
She's kind of like chatting with Grayson, kind of twirling her hair a little bit. She's talking to Grayson.
That's right. You just hear Astrid, yeah, that's right. Sell it, you little slut.
She laughs and then she goes, "Hey, well, I gotta get back to work. It was nice talking to you." And she makes her way back.
oh wait.
She starts turning around.
I get like found.
Oh
What you
wait.
got? We got.
Oh, so hold on. I didn't get a chance to apply it yet.
Yeah, you got.
Okay. I wanted to specify how I apply it.
Yeah.
So like she's looking over her shoulder and she's like finally like putting a nice layer on there so
Okay.
like it blends in. And then she's like, for good measure, and one of the crossbars on the lower portion, she puts a layer there so when her feet touch it, it's stuck too. So she's like,
That's good.
the devil's in the details.
Bassie makes this universal signal to you. Why are you talking to yourself?
She's invisible, so you can't see her either.
I can hear her.
Yeah, that's true.
She's just like, don't mess with me while I'm working. Let it
And
work.
I go back to Asher.
And she's like, she's got like the nice like layer on there. She's like, perfect. And she like sticks it in the bucket. She's like,
Okay.
that was a bad idea. And she's like,
Is
what?
Alina turning around and about to see stuff happen?
She's getting ready to turn around.
I
Well, I'm
walk
invisible.
close to her so that I bump into her, so she kind of sort of knocks into Grayson's
Okay.
coffee.
As you go to that, and she almost bumps into the coffee, and she kind of stops herself. Watch it.
You watch it!
I am.
No, you're not. You're twirling your hair like you're stupid. I don't want to call you a terrible name, but I should, because it's stupid.
Why are you even here? You didn't even buy coffee. Get out.
People study here all of the time.
Whatever. And she starts walking back towards the bar.
But for real, why are you so terrible? And I cast vicious mockery.
No. Can I stop her somehow? Can I go and like retrieve cotton candy,
you
please? Alright, well
I cast vicious. It doesn't really matter. She gets a little.
Yeah. She, as you kind of like cast it at her, she just kind of like goes, "Oh, I'm sorry." And it
I
seems
mean,
to have no
if
effect.
you'd like to try to come to my room later, maybe, but
Asher's gonna walk over to Cotton and be like, "Hey Cotton, hey, we're just over here. Let me show you to where we're sitting."
As she makes her way.
Sorry, Elena, you know how it is sometimes.
I think you just.
I am
Keep it in check.
flattered though.
Farrah's like clopping away. She's like tip toe, and then she's like, she looks and she's like, she's a deer in headlights for a moment. She's like, oh, yeah.
She makes her way back. Slides the book over.
We are standing, looking directly at her.
Kind of like puts her hands on the arms of the chair. Sits down. A little warmer. I gotta mark off these receipts. And as she opens up the book, just soaked in it. Oh my, the fuck!
Farrah's like,
She's
herself,
and she's trying to get up, and she just can't get up. And we'll call that scene.
Oh no, Astra is just like this, watching, like, oh man, what's happening? I wonder what's going on.
So then, the thief runs into the bar and says, "Ow."
So, welcome to Lizards and Locations. We're here for episode 14 of Syllabus of Shenanigans, Strixhaven, of course. And we are going to want to say thank you for stopping in, checking us out. We also want to say thank you to our sponsor for this episode, Dice Legion. Make sure you check them out. We have a code that you can use called Lizards, and if you go to the link, you can see Dice Legion over there. You can use the code Lizards to get 10% off of all your purchases, and they have everything. What do they got, guys? What do we have?
Polyhedrons and polyhedron accessories.
Yeah, they got that stuff. What else we got?
Got dice bags.
Dice bags,
I
yeah.
saw dice bags.
I heard
Dice
they
rollers.
have some
Dice rollers.
D3s and
Those
That's
don't
right.
exist.
D12s,
I don't even believe
which
it.
is normal, and
Yeah.
D16s.
I don't even believe. I believe in D12s less than D3s.
Dice trays.
D20s.
Not this crazy, but they're really
dice
good.
trays.
They're really
Yeah.
good though.
These are legitimate
My
things
favorite
on the
one-
website.
I know, I'm just joking.
My favorite is they have a dice bag that becomes a tray. Which
Yeah.
is really cool.
That's really cool.
I thought it was obvious. I was making a joke when I said that I believed in the D12s less
No,
than
see,
D3s.
I thought so, but then you kept continuing to look like
Yeah.
just made by the numbers.
But anyways,
and
Andrew is committed to the bit.
I know the bit.
Go check them out. We have a link below. Just follow that link, and if you use the code Lizards, 10% off. Right?
I mean, I could read the link off for you.
No.
It's not a good
With that being said, cue the music. So previously on Syllabus of Shenanigans, our students went through all of their classes. They went through days 1 through 6. You guys got your homework all squared away of what you're going to be doing. Haven't actually done our homework yet, but you know what you'll be doing. You guys found out what you guys are doing for extracurriculars throughout the week. You're prepping for the big game. We're getting ready for labs. There's about to be a big wrestling, re-ranking going on. Overall, we find ourselves ready to take on the end of the week. And so we're going to go ahead and start this session off with some lovely, absolutely just wonderful, dare I say, magnificent homework.
Yeah, homework. Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah, homework.
So do I?
It's my favorite.
Every
thing.
time, it's great.
I love it.
It's awful. I'm going to die.
So, anybody need help reminding them how it works?
5 D20s.
No, but you change. Sometimes if we do okay in class, we get
That's
less
true.
or more.
Absolutely. So let me just go through the list here. Magical physiologies, you guys were able to get the essence, weren't you?
Yeah.
So you guys can go ahead and get a D4 from that.
Let me get it.
I'm just going to go down the list of order what I got here. So Astra. History of magic and art. You were doing the, what do you call it? The restorations, right? Give you a D4 for that one.
Yeah, 'cause I did the dance and such.
Yeah. Basic magical auras. Remember what you were doing for basic magical auras?
Wait, did Faerun get a D4 from that?
I'll get down. Just do them 1% at a time, real quick, just to see. Yeah, just go in order of classes. Basic magical auras. Remember what you were doing for that one?
Buffing myself for shoes, I believe. But let me make sure.
You were doing the boots, right?
Yeah, I think so. No,
Oh,
that was
the
Arcanum.
That was the illusions one.
Yeah, for magical physiology. What are you asking for?
Just seeing if you remember what you guys were doing. So you were doing the illusions, right?
Art restoration for the purposes of art range or retention. Augmenting Arcanum was buffing oneself for boots.
Yeah, and then Flame of the Founders was all about Lorehold.
Was
right?
from Lorehold, yeah.
Okay, I'd say that you did good enough in all those classes to get D4 for each.
Yeah.
Cotton, I have you next. You did the alphabet.
Mm-hmm.
Magic physiologies, you're good. D4. STEM, you know what you were doing for STEM? You're working.
STEM, I mean, I did that extra credit over the weekend, and then we learned about E, which is not for everybody.
Yeah.
Evaluate.
Okay, I'll give you D4. Complimentary words. Were you guys looking at complimentary words?
How to compliment those poor people that were torn down about their dexterity.
Good. D4. Threads of life and death.
That would be the one where I pulled out the thing and said constructs have souls.
Yep. And arcanobotany.
Oh god, we built a bunch of potions. And
Do you remember what the main one you guys did?
The blimberry juice.
You get D4 for that. Good.
You're just giving out D4s.
I'm making sure you pay attention. Faerun, you're up next. Magic physiology, you obviously get D4 for that. History, magic, and art. Do you remember what you did for that?
That was the for history, magic, and art. Let's say.
That's the one you have with Astra.
What's that?
History, magic, and art. You guys shared.
Yes, we shared that.
Arcane.
Yeah, that was we were working on maintaining the enchanted arts along the open spot. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Just making sure you pay attention. You're good. D4.
I was out there.
You know the works, and you were looking at the Owlin figure. Remember?
Yeah.
That was in the dance. Complimentary words. Do you remember what your? I hope someone just said it. So.
Yeah, we were trying to compliment someone's dexterity.
Yep. Threads of life and death, of course, was when you were
doing the paper grading or the task correction.
Yep. And chromatic expression.
I was supposed to do using my bardic inspiration to evoke happiness.
Good. D4.
Oh, yeah.
Fassy.
Yes.
Magic physiology, you're good. Expression 101, what were you doing? Yours is the hardest because you don't share any classes.
I learned that I'm enabled to spell the word but, and the letters of Draconic are really indecipherable for me.
Okay, very good. So you remember the lesson about language. Good, that's D4. Voice the Tempest.
I learned that you're going to torture me by making me not laugh as my friends try to make me laugh.
Yep. Cutting words.
I told the guy that he runs weird.
Yep, dexterity. Yep. And the pyromancy for beginners.
I channeled the half of my genetics that belongs to Hakuna Matata several names later, Windcaller, and we did interpretive fire dancing.
Very good. Hey, everybody gets D4s a day. I'm so happy with my students.
So we
4 times
5. Yep.
So we roll the D4.
And times by 5.
And you times it by 5.
And that's that class.
And then you also add your modifier times 5 and then the 5 D20s.
Correct. Make sure you keep track of the
Lowest roll.
Yeah,
Thank you. God, your teacher comes out with a fucking vengeance.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm so stressed.
Oh, this music feels
so
amazing.
stressed.
I know, it's amazing.
I genuinely love it.
Oh, Jesus.
Dice down! Dice down!
Nice now!
Oh, nice.
I rolled really well and also really poorly.
You know what I call that? Rolling.
Oh, that's a win. That's not good.
Anybody got any scores for me that are ready for me to put in?
Nope,
I mean,
not yet.
I'm just gonna put them in for me if that's cool with you.
I still need another score.
I dropped my D4.
Okay, magical physiologies.
Okay.
I got an 86.
Okay.
My lowest roll being a 1.
So that can easily be improved.
Absolutely it can.
And it will because she cares.
It's so, I so much give a shit. It's a little embarrassing
I'll insert that in for you.
That was not a 3, it was a 17.
Okay.
Okay, we're on 2.
God, why am I so bad at the classes I need to be good at?
How's everybody else doing for magical physiology so far?
So far, I'm at plus 10 before I roll.
77.
Which is not great, but it's mandatory.
What do you think at
77.
for magical physiology?
Yeah. Because, you know, I rolled
Are you training right now?
I will be after I finish
I
everything.
rolled
Oh,
pretty
that
good
don't
for
worry.
physiology, so that was my first time.
But I have to put the parentheses. I'm going to be doing
Okay.
something.
Okay. So 77 passing. Anybody else get their magical physiologies yet?
Just was sure.
I forgot to text.
Valentine is never going to recommend me for
Witherbloom?
class. Oh my gracious. I'm going to call that the cop. Just because I was mostly.
Good recovery, Astra. Alright, I got a 94 on basic magical auras.
Okay, that's your first 9. Oh, basic magical order, sorry. Okay.
And my lowest roll was a 2.
Wow.
So
Good base to it then.
that's an easy 100 if I dedicate the resources to
Yeah,
it.
and you've gotten hundreds for first and second, didn't you?
Yeah, so I'm doing good on that class.
Oh god, this is so scary.
So I did real good on for Botany, because I think they usually do really poorly. I must have gone and talked to that teacher like every day during the week.
Physiology 77.
77? Okay, nice.
Oh shit.
Oh, Fair got an 84 for
To
physiology.
be fair on basic
84,
magical auras,
okay.
my initial thing is freaking base 50, so
Yeah.
That's
I'm
me
so
entirely.
glad. I'm so glad I pulled an 84 out this week. Oh my
What's
god.
with y'all base 50 shits?
That's your highest
deliberately
one for
picked-
that one.
because it's plus 6.
Yes. Don't typically do
It's
well.
base 30.
Yeah, then I get D4, which I rolled 4.
Okay.
Magical physiology terrifies me.
Base 30 makes
Yeah.
that kill. I was like, why am I shit at everything, guys?
No, you're fine.
I'm just looking at my screen. I see Shivaji with metal. In a deceased.
Mm-hmm.
It's dark.
She sure is dead.
I am dark.
7,
I was saying earlier that it was sad because that was the first time we had a class where Shivadri used to be in it.
Yeah.
And we didn't say anything about it.
Once again, I am not passing Exploration 101 the first go. I just cannot get a lucky break on that one.
What'd you get so far?
69. Nice.
That's the total?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rolled really bad for Voice of the
I
Tempest.
was hella
You're
high.
so close though. Tell you what. What's your lowest score on that one?
Voice of the Tempest?
No, the Exploration 101 was your
A
lowest.
2.
That's you. Okay, so it can go up though.
Oh, yes, it can. For Voice of the Tempest, I rolled a 16, a 6, a 6, a 5, and a 2.
Basic magical auras. I got 100.
It's 3 in a row, I think. Oh wait, I thought I already had
No.
magical rules. That was 94.
Oh, history magic.
Okay, there you go.
History magic, I got 100.
That's your first 100. Yeah.
Yes.
It's amazing getting a plus 40 to a homework score, because then you roll like a natural 35, but you get plus 40, so you're like, I passed! Bruh.
Hey, we can only get 100, right?
Yeah, that's the highest.
Apparently I'm really good at comprehension words, guys.
History of Magic Art, I got 100, but I rolled so poorly, it's amazing.
You did 100 for that one?
Yes.
That's your third 100 in that class.
Do I re-roll this?
It's almost,
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, it's very difficult for me to get a poor grade in that because of my plus 45.
Nice.
Nice.
It's very...
Plus 45?
Yeah, because I have a 9 for performance. So it's very hard
I'm
to...
over here with my plus 7, like that's really good.
That's funny.
Listen, I'm just glad to be passing as Passy, let's be real.
Bro, you cheating? Nice.
Nice.
Bro, you cheating? Nice.
Nice.
Bruh, this
Oh
is
my
the best
god.
score I've gotten cutting words so far. apparently I'm really good at tearing people down about how they fucking run.
Flame of the Founders. 100.
You know who's never gonna recommend me for Witherbloom? Fucking Valentine.
Valentine.
I can never remember. Is it Valentine or Valentine, John?
Valentine.
Well, there you go. That's why he's not gonna recommend me.
You can use his name right.
On top of my failure to pass his damn class.
Of course, I roll the best on the classes that I have the most boost.
So, John,
That's 100.
tell me about what complimentary words is the school of?
What do you mean?
Like what school it's in?
Complimentary words?
Yeah.
So cool.
Okay, I have my grades, John.
Okay.
I'm so bad at the things I'm
So I already told you physiology was a 77.
And I have Exploration 101 is a 69.
Yes, unfortunately. And then Voice of the Tempest, I got a 75.
Okay.
Cutting words, I have my best score yet. It's an 85.
Very nice. That was cutting words?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had 70s for the first 2 weeks.
Yes, I did. Barely scraping by.
Okay, and then Pyromancy is the only one I'm missing still.
That one's a 100.
Nice.
I had a plus 50.
Oh, this is what I've been dreading.
I had a 57. I rolled a 57, and then I had a plus 50.
Very cool.
So for magical
That's my
physiology,
second
I've
one.
got a 77.
You're doing great.
For life and death, I'm
Give me a second hit. Sorry, what?
No.
Alright,
Why
say it
would I
again.
give you a second? Magical physiology is 77.
Uh-huh.
65 for life and death.
Uh-huh.
90 for arcanobotany.
Very nice.
64 for STEM. I'm just going downhill
Oh,
in
wait,
that
wait,
class.
this is 46.
I did say 46. That's what I meant by I'm going downhill in that class.
You said 64, so
I know. That would be the dyslexia. And then complimentary words technically is 107.
Yeah, she got 46.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I roll a lot of 2s and a lot of 1s.
Wow.
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you.
Which one do I care more about? I feel like I care more about life and death than maybe STEM.
I think that is 100% from a personal standpoint of time candies.
She should care about STEM, and she kind of does.
Just not as much.
She wants to care about STEM, but it's just so not up her alley. There's too much precision involved. Hey, Astra, would you be interested in tutoring in life and death?
No.
Again?
Maybe I'll see you when-
Like, I totally understand that contracts have stalls and stuff, but like, as I was all, I'm not sure that they do.
Do contracts have souls?
They're like made and they're like born, and I'm like, that's so dumb. They still like involve energy flowing through their bodies, whether you take it from like the earth or share like your own blood. It's energy for energy. You
I
know?
feel like this is a more philosophical question than a practical one, because what is the definition of a soul? We don't even really have that kind of
Sure.
definitive kind of thing. So yeah, I'll help you out with that. It sounds fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
So, remind me what tutoring does?
It gives you a D4 times 5.
So I roll it or do you roll it?
I believe I roll it.
Yes. The tutor rolls it.
For it.
And the tutoring doesn't actually take into account my skill at all.
No, it's not. No.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Good news, that's a 3, so 15.
15 brings me up to like an 80. Fuck yeah.
Which is passing.
For hella passing it.
No, sure. Can you tutor me in Exploration 101? You want to learn Draconic, don't you?
Hell yeah. Can I actually try and learn Draconic with her?
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
part of the
I'd be
tutor?
okay with that. You would have to do a history check, though.
I'm not bad at those. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
Yeah, passing 3.
You get advantage too because you also know Gnomish?
What was that?
Do I get advantage?
You would get advantage on the history check just like you did, because of the Gnomish. Gnomish and common, so.
Awesome. That's pretty good.
Killer.
It's 22.
22? Okay. I'll say that you are picking up a little faster, right? And for the D4, I'm going to give you advantage on the tutoring. So you can take the higher the tutoring roll.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So 4 times 5, 20. added to it.
We've
You guys-
all ended boys.
Cotton, what was your increased score go to?
80.
80? Nice.
I write down the tutoring when you tutor me, and it's plus 20 every turn.
Nice. And so that was to Exploration 101, correct?
Yes.
So you're at 89 now?
89.
Nice. Absolutely killing it.
I don't need to go to any of my labs, but
I bet you
wrote
can't
down-
guess what my last
Please tell me something so loud.
class I got was.
I went to Arcane. I'm going to bet 100.
Yeah, you'd be correct.
That would be your third in a row.
Yes. I started with base 15, or base 50, sorry.
I was going to say, wow,
I
good
started-
rolls.
yeah, I got 50 and got to 117.
Nice. Very good. Yeah, you are killing it in class. All right,
Yeah.
I got all of Astra stuff. Let's double check right now. Cotton, all yours are updated, correct?
Yep.
You've been tutored. Faerun, I'm missing some of your stuff. So complimentary words, what'd you get?
85.
85. Okay.
I'm the best, but
What about for Threads of Life and Death?
I'm so close. I got a 66.
66.
You
Man.
do better than me.
Okay.
My best one, too.
Now, technically, that Threads of Life and Death still keeps you above the first
You're all
week.
set. You didn't need to do anything.
Average-wise, you're still above a 70, which is nice.
So
Because in the end, I add them all up and divide it by 10. And if it's above 70, you're considered passing before the exam,
Should
giving
really
you
work on
advantage.
this, too.
So you're technically above 70 by average. Chromatic expression, what'd you get?
I got 100 on that one.
100 in that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, you went from 198 to 100 again.
Fair, need some tutor? Want some of this good shit? This good brain juice?
Sprain juice?
You're welcome to. Yeah.
Yes, please.
I got brain juice right here for you, baby.
Alright. what are we helping with?
This is probably Threads of Life and Death, I would assume.
Okay, I don't care too much about that. So. I mean, just
It's all philosophy and awesome stuff. We probably all study together.
that's a 4, baby.
20 extra.
Yeah, baby.
20 extra?
Yep.
Sheesh.
Puts you at an 86.
Mwah.
It's nice having a tutor in the group, huh?
It's nice having a tutor in the group.
My beautiful sister.
Every
My
video
capricious sister.
That's another word for beautiful, I'm certain.
You are so correct.
All right. With that, I have everybody's updated. Everything's up on the spreadsheet for you guys. So
Awesome.
we're gonna take a little turn.
Oh,
We're
we got
gonna
one.
we're gonna find and we're gonna find ourselves on the wrestling stage,
Yes.
Uh-oh.
and we need to get some new rankings going on here. If someone has post-it note handwriting ability, I have some post-it notes here.
Gimme.
I have 4 characters again, once again, same people: Talana, Melly, Javanesh, and Greta. I love we're just going with Melly now.
Melly!
It's pretty cute.
Yeah. So, does anybody have any preference of who they play?
What are they?
Obviously, Vassie's taken.
Which one?
Star.
Last time, if I remember right, Kat, you played Talana. I played Javanesh. I want to say no, I played Greta, didn't I?
I
played
think
Greta.
You played
Yeah.
Talana.
Yeah. So who played Melly? Did you
I
play
did
Melly?
play Melly.
You played Melly, and then you played Javanesh, I think.
Okay.
Does anybody want to switch that around, or is there a character you feel like you can embody really well?
What's Javanesh like? Isn't he
Javanesh is the Han Solo-esque.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the...
All right, so the initiative score is a +5, and the wrestling move is a +5, based on his dex. He's very dex. Okay. Who's playing Talana?
I think you played Talana.
Do you want Talana or Greta? It's up to you. You can play Greta too if you would rather.
It's Talana, I think.
Okay, Talana.
She's hella bad at it. I like
Talana is initiative +3,
It was the bit. I'm sorry.
and her wrestling score is a +3. They're slightly up. They are slightly updated.
Oh, she got better.
It did get. I have flushed out all their stats better now by making them all cards.
Making them not a garbage. Boom.
Yeah, she's a wizard, so she's mainly intelligence based.
She's a wizard that's wrestling.
She's the one. If you guys remember, I told you about. She's the one that does the puppet stuff that I designed. Yeah, she's based off Concurro.
More Naruto references.
Melly's a -1 initiative.
Wow.
and a +3 for wrestling. And then I'll be playing Greta. Greta's a +1 initiative, +7 wrestling.
+7?
Yeah.
Jesus, Greta.
And I'm playing Vassy.
Ooh, nice on that. Okay.
My initiative is +4. And what was the wrestling?
It's athletics.
It's your athletics or acrobatics. I allowed either.
Mine are equal because I'm that bitch. So I can just same number, you know.
Apparently 17 is my number today. Keeps hitting 17. I rolled like
So just a reminder, we're going to do the system that's kind of like the arm wrestling idea. You guys are going to roll your d20, add your modifier to it. The higher person takes the lead, right? And if you get essentially 2, you beat. If you're a net worth of 2, then you win, right? So, for example, if you lose 1, win 1, your net worth is 0. You win 2 in a row, you beat the person. Does that kind of make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Natural 20s are a double hit, right? So natural 20s can mean everything. And natural 1 is a double loss. So just be aware of that. Everybody good?
Yeah.
Give it some flavor. First up is going to be Solana versus Vassy.
Yeah.
Didn't she like sound like this or something?
Yeah, but she's extremely, she's just very intelligent and very wise.
Yeah.
20 and 20.
She just also really.
She can be a Valley Girl.
She just really also loves shoes.
Well, that's not good.
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard.
Right.
Alright.
What was I rolling?
Let's roll our initiatives first.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, good.
That would be a 16.
7.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go. Yep, confirmed.
So I'm smart, and I know that running at her is not a great plan, so I'm just gonna hold firm and like I don't know about wrestling. I'm gonna do something.
Sorry, I'm not gonna backtrack, and I do apologize for this. When we did the wrestling, we didn't use initiative. We just did a straight
We just did
roll.
a straight roll. Like,
It sped it up, and we like that better.
Yeah.
Let's just do that then. So
Oh, sweet.
go ahead and do a reroll for your first one. That's on me.
10.
Remember your guys' feedback, liking this one better.
11.
Bitch.
Yeah, contesting just makes it a lot faster.
Yeah. So what do you do with your one better?
Well, you know, I assume the position, and when she comes to get at me because she thinks she's smart or whatever,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm used to dueling with people that think they're smarter than me or know they're smarter than me. When it comes to Astra, I know that she's smarter than me. That's the only one I'll admit, even though I should admit everyone else I meet. and she tries to do some Stratego stuff, but I know that she can Stratego all she wants. Her ankles are still weak, and I go and push on that weak ankle.
Ow.
Okay.
12.
21.
All
My
right.
ankles are so weak.
How do you quickly take down Solana?
She caves, her head turns, and with her head turning, I shift the momentum with her turn to flip her over onto the ground and pin her.
Ow.
Okay. So as you just kind of take that, you flip her over. Tap.
Yeah,
Solana loses.
because I'm smart. I'm not gonna keep fighting.
All right. Make sure you guys keep track of your wins and your losses. I'll try to do it as well.
Now instead of initiative, it's just says in it.
Yeah. Isn't it great?
And that.
That shit rocks, don't it? All right. Next up, we have Melly versus Javanesh.
We fighting trees out here, you boys.
I am not a tree. I am a dragon.
And you're so amazing, Nelly.
Bark, leaves.
You're very observant. Let's get started.
Oh my gosh, don't be racist.
I didn't say anything bad
You
about
can't
it.
just ask someone if they're a tree.
Technically, I didn't ask you anything. Actually, I asked one thing, but I didn't ask you.
Yeah.
I just asked if we were wrestling trees. 12.
19.
Okay, how does Melithorn take advantage here?
He's gonna say, eyes up here. Nope. He's gonna take control by like getting you into a position that's like kind of more. He's got his leg behind your leg, and he's kind of getting ready to like do another move to kind of twist you and flip you.
This tree got hands.
All right, go ahead and roll again.
22.
15.
Okay.
I'm gonna slip out, probably get a little bit of chafing from the bark. And just kind of looking like, could be worse, I suppose.
All right, back at neutral.
16.
21.
Okay, Melody takes the lead again.
Yeah, so he's gonna kind of come up behind him, like get him in like a full lock,
Okay.
and then he's gonna kind of like brace around him.
All right, getting a little bear hug going on.
Mm-hmm.
Bark hug.
It's so itchy! 15.
Damn it. 10.
Back to neutral. How do you get out?
I'm gonna gnaw on the bark.
This is not wrestling.
You hear Ark and go, hey, it was cool on the bite.
No? Okay, alright. My bad. Then he's gonna take out a
This
grass
isn't woodworking class. What are you doing?
Like, I wasn't told what the rules were. 17.
18.
Take the lead again.
I'm on the run here.
He's gonna kind of like grab like under your leg and kind of like lift you up onto his shoulders.
Alright.
Wait,
Damn it!
I can't capitalize.
This is great. What we got?
So like I get flipped up there and I just kind of like go along with it and just pull my boot out of his hand.
Okay, so as you kind of lift, you kind of feel him going with you, and you kind of have to let him
You're
go.
slippery.
So if you get ahead like
Stay
5
still.
rounds in a row, you win by like
No.
decision or something.
Nah,
Dirty 20.
Natural 1.
that's
Oh.
that'll do it.
So not Vastia.
Belly.
Melithorn, he's gonna kind of flip out and like be like, "Ha! I did it!" And then Melithorn's gonna kind of grab him with one arm and then like hoist him up and then slam him into the ground and be like, "You're quicker with your tongue."
Just a scoop slam, boom, straight on the ground. All right, that's a win for Melly.
You're so good at wrestling, Melly! In case you didn't notice, Cotton Candy came to watch Vassy and Melly.
Okay. Greta is going to go against Fassy.
Let's fucking go, girl. Let's
Nice.
do it.
Fassy, we get a rematch.
Yeah, girl. Let's do it.
23.
22.
As you kind of rush over at Greta, she just drops real low and just shoulder charges up straight into you, smacking you on the ground.
Oh,
I love how we rolled the exact same number.
16. 11 plus 7, 18.
That's it. 22.
22. How do you put yourself back in neutral?
When she comes charging at me, I catch her by the shoulders and I drive my momentum into her and like get a knee right in her gut.
Okay, she's. Oh, that was a good blow.
Oh, I respect you.
Oh, 18.
9. Take the lead by 1.
And I'm going to use my momentum downward to bring her over my head and not the ground.
Okay, as it slams on the ground. 13.
16.
16. All right. How do you beat her?
Armbar.
Armbar. Do you put her on armbar? So, oh, okay, that's good. You got me this time.
Good shot, girl. I help her up.
Yeah, she kind of takes it up. Very
well
good.
played.
Thanks, Melly.
Vassy, you're so awesome!
Thanks, Cotton.
I have an eye for detail.
You always do.
Talana versus Javanesh.
Trees have eyes.
Oh my god, something's so racist. Come on.
Where did we find this guy?
out in here.
Can you stop being weird?
No. 24.
18.
Alright, so Javanesh is going to like do a little like half step, like he's like a juke, and yell pocket sand. But not actually throw any pocket sand. And instead like slip behind her and put her in like a full Nelson.
Definitely prefer the pocket bacon.
That was fun.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna fall.
8.
19.
Oh.
So I just cinch it in.
That was your second one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Or to
You have the quickest fights.
That's not true. We had ours went back and forth a little bit. A little bit.
Those are the quickest ones.
That was, okay.
Yeah.
No, she's out in 2 rounds
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
Well,
Poor
she's got a +3.
Why did she do this damn thing to herself?
All right. Melly versus Greta.
I've been looking for a scrap.
Time to get dirty. 12.
6.
This time she bull rushes you, and she just goes boom right to the chest as she just brings you to the ground with
Let's
it.
fucking go!
I respect you.
Big haymaker.
Whoa. Bouncy baby boy.
Oh, that was almost an natural 20. 15. How you bring it back? She's got like her haymaker on you on the chest. What do you do?
He's gonna kind of like do something a little bit uncharacteristic and kind of like slip through her legs.
Okay. And she goes, oh, you don't know the squirt anyone?
My father was smart Sequoia.
What does that mean?
14.
14.
Okay, we'll just go ahead and say that we kind of hold each other.
You kind of like grapple, like
Yeah.
they're just like.
We're in a scrum.
Just like shaking, hands shaking, like, what does it mean?
What's it mean?
Ooh, 22.
Natural 1.
Oh no!
So while they're holding each other, he's gonna kind of notice that like Greta didn't plant her other foot, and he's gonna capitalize and like quick like lean into it, and she's gonna go whoop, and like he's just gonna take her down
She
completely.
just falls down to the ground.
Oh, that was a good one. That was real good. Real recognize real.
Melly's got some fucking lingo now.
Real
He's
recognize
like
real.
Colossus from Deadpool.
I've been talking with Vasty.
All you need is like all you need is a super heavy Russian accent.
We have now is going to be Vasi versus Javanesh.
Oh boy.
You right?
Oh jeez.
You right?
No boys.
You right?
We ret. Let's go, boy.
Let's go!
Let's go, boys.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh god.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna try that
Oh,
again.
jeez. Oh, God.
I'm gonna try that again.
16.
No, I rolled an 8.
I'm going to use my height to my advantage and pick her up, like getting ready to like put like getting ready to power bomb her onto the mat.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, but I win
you
because my
win.
numbers
Yep.
are.
Okay.
Okay.
12.
So mine's 13. We rolled the same number.
So you guys get back to neutral now?
Yeah, I do the fucking Scarlett Johansson at the beginning of the Avengers movie
Yep.
and twist
Already
around and land back on my feet.
It's a good ass move.
So, it's also a man doing
Doing the
fun.
roll,
So
yeah.
if you squint and pay attention, her arms get real big. 11!
Alright, how do you take the lead on this one?
I know that I have the height disadvantage, which means that my center of gravity is much lower. So I go to grab him around the waist, and then I drop.
Ooh, okay. Quick pull, alright.
Fuck.
Same number again. I win. I fucking suplex city.
Alright, just bam. Now do you stay planted with your feet or do you fall back with it? What are you doing?
Both. I go full bridge.
Full bridge? Okay. Just smack down to the ground.
You just hear numbers like
Yeah, you're gonna feel that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Jovenish, are you still alive?
How do you say alive?
No, bro.
Fucking pound it.
Fucking.
I help you.
Just leave me here. I'm literally just like folded inwards. And I'm like, I'm good.
I literally
You did
grab
really
you and
good.
put you back on your feet.
Not the best, obviously, but you did really good.
Talana versus Greta.
He's just gonna go sit on the bench, I guess.
No, come
There it
back.
goes.
So there it goes.
22.
15.
I did it?
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
no, but
I
maybe some.
I could hear sex cancer. You're saying sex cancer.
did it.
I did it.
I run at her and like grapple her really hard.
Yeah, you do.
Wow. Huh. Interesting technique.
Yeah, this is why Talana's usually on bottom.
Oh.
Hey, there's another round of beat on the bottom.
Oh my.
25.
Oh, 12.
As you, what'd you do? You just like grappled real hard. She's just gonna doesn't go. Okay, and just like moves her arm. And you're like hugging. Back
Where's
to
the
neutral.
coach here? Somebody please help us.
Oh god. 6.
23.
Oh, 20.
As she breaks out of that, she just kind of like takes your arms and spins you around like you're dancing, and then now has you to hug. She's like, see, just squeeze tighter, right?
Sure. That would work, maybe.
And then
Now my friend's gonna point and be like, friends, racing,
Yeah.
cute.
20, 21.
12. You're giving a fight. How do you get out of the bear hug from the back?
I just drop really fast.
She just drops. She goes, oh, that was a good one.
If you say so.
I'm hype as fuck. I'm out there going, yeah!
Good balance along.
Oh god, 7.
21.
Okay.
This time Greta goes, oh, that was a good move, huh? And she like grabs your feet and just pulls them up as you just slam your back on the ground.
22.
Natural 1.
Oh no!
So it puts me at -1 now. So you are in the lead now. How do you not just make it neutral, but now take the lead against me?
I don't know.
I never thought I'd make it this far.
Sure, I go for a leg sweep.
Okay.
This is a thing.
So you have like she has your
Sweep a
legs,
leg, Johnny.
and then as you like move one leg, she goes to grab it, and you take her legs from underneath her,
Yep, that's
and
exactly
she falls
it.
face down to the ground.
100%.
The leg till it
Talana, good work. You're taking control.
Yeah. And then I roll probably a 2 again. But no, 15.
15. Roll again.
Oh.
Troll.
Oh.
21. So now she's in a lead. So as you do this leg sweep, she does. Greta kind of does like a little handspring back up. I've been working on that one. Anyways, and she grabs you and does like little, like the big toss.
The friggin'
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just tosses you across the ring.
All right, Cesaro.
Yes!
Or Caglio Castellon, as he's now known in AEW.
Dice. That one.
Into jail.
15.
22.
Oh.
She goes, you did really good this time. And she sprints and just jumps up people's elbow
Oh, no.
and just
Ah, God.
comes down on you.
I rush out to like congratulate my buddy, my friend, elbow, yeah. But I also come over and with far too much enthusiasm that is strictly appropriate, I'm like, that was awesome! That was the best you've ever done! You're doing so great!
I mean, that's true.
Market improvement.
No, that was awesome!
Actual objective improvement, though.
Objectively.
You took the people's elbow very well.
God, when did Merlin become such a fucking, like, just roast you.
Melly's
But Melly's being super nice, so that's just
Smokey the Bear levels of just roasting you. This is a forest fire, and Melithorn is roasting everyone involved.
All right, we're getting close to the end here. Melly versus Vassy.
Yeah.
Oh no, who do I root for?
Whoever's winning.
Haha, Brute.
Jobbing stick with the trident.
If I smoke some mallards, like maybe it'll be easier.
14.
12.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been wrestling and playing with Melly enough that I know that I can go up and he's top heavy. So I grab him by the shins, slip between his legs, and pull.
Oh, you know, just look at
Right in the winter shins.
It's tough.
17.
22.
Oh, Vassy, coming on. We got how you do it.
Alright, as Millie takes a knee to gain his balance, I come around and put all of my weight on his neck and give just the chokehold.
Oh, that was too quick.
You make it too easy on me, man.
That was really impressive, both of you.
I'm going to take that as constructive criticism.
Air to breathe? Question mark?
What, you're not letting me win?
Rematch eventually.
There.
All right, so with that, you are now untouchable, Vassy.
Yeah.
You have now officially gotten first place. So everybody else is fighting for the rest of the rankings. Let's go with.
Everyone else?
It's actually technically possible for you to win one. Javanesh hasn't fought Greta yet, right?
I believe that's true.
Okay, so Javanesh versus Greta. This is going to determine a lot right here.
Are you ready to be terrified? Because I am.
Right, because you're a pretty quick one, aren't you?
I like to think so. Not before.
Alright, so go ahead and take it. You win it right off the bat. What do you? How do you so quickly take out Greta?
Okay. It's a good question, actually. So Javanesh is kind of like I'm trying to think of like what he could do to skirt the rules. Just you know.
Yeah, on the border of.
Yeah, like is it illegal? No, but should he do it? Probably not.
Yeah.
All right. What he's gonna do? He's gonna come. Okay, here's what he's gonna do. He's gonna go up to her and just be like he's gonna poke her in the eyes. And then right when she goes to block it, he's gonna drop down and roll her up into a small package.
Very nice. And she's just like, oh!
Yeah, and all of a sudden she's backwards, and then she's pinned.
Immediately.
And then 1, 2, 3, and then he's out, and he's like, okay. 1, can't. And he leaves.
No, he's gonna be like, I want to like it, but it seems illegal.
It's not great. Even I know that.
Has Talana and Melly gone against each other? I think.
Nope.
No.
Not yet. This is an important one to do this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with the mushroom one. Maybe cut.
Let's go,
You win.
guys!
I've got a natural one.
Natural one. Talana, how do you do it?
Oh god. Oh god.
You watched me do it.
Yeah, I do exactly what Vassy did. Exactly what Vassy did.
Okay.
I wish
So-
I could tell you what that was.
Take him out by the shins,
Yep.
chokehold.
Exactly.
Shin took hold. All right. So quick.
This feels familiar.
I know Vassy's a really good teacher.
Nice work studying. I'm gonna hold it just a little bit longer for my pride.
All right. So I think that gives us a good idea of the finals here. So there's only 2 people with 3. There's only 2 people with 3 losses. Talana and Greta. However, Greta beat Talana.
Yes.
So that puts Talana in 5th. Again, Greta went from second, right, to 4th.
Whoa,
Wow.
crazy.
And then that puts us at Javanesh versus Melly. Who won the battle between Javanesh and Melly?
That one.
Melly. So Melly is 2nd and Javanesh is 3rd. So we update that.
A temporary
so
setback, Greta,
that's
honestly.
so Melly was actually second. Greta was third. So Greta just dropped one, and Melly and John just went up.
How did Greta go to third?
Greta was third last time, is what I said.
Oh,
I
really?
meant to say.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
My Birdman and Jobnish, like, what?
You guys actually want to fight, right?
Very nice. You fucking did it.
This was a good scrap. I enjoyed it.
I feel like everyone's grown a little bit as a person, or tree, or bird.
Yes.
Birds are people.
Good save.
I like where your head's at. But also I hate it.
Seems to be the consensus, to be honest.
All right.
I feel like Jobnish like definitely embraces like the heel, even though this is supposed to be like collegiate wrestling.
He's like, yup, I'm the showboat. Bam!
He tried to get that power bomb off and it just didn't work out. It would have been pretty impressive if you got it off, to be fair though.
True.
So we are now at day 7, which means we're at lab day.
Oh,
So
yay.
remember, labs are optional, but they can help you replace grades. So that being said, the first one up, the first thing is we have 2 at the same time: Augmenting Arcanum and STEM. Augmenting Arcanum is Astra and STEM is Cotton. So I just need to know, are you going to Augmenting Arcanum slab?
No.
No? Okay. And then are you going to STEM slab?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, who's going to Augmenting Arcanum?
Did I say something wrong?
No, who is going there? Like, who's going to the lab?
To the
Who wants to know
class?
if she's flirting with someone?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you wouldn't know unless you asked who was going to lab. Yeah.
No.
You could always
Okay.
have Faerun cast invisibility on you so that you could like scope it out first and then decide if you.
Oh no, if I'm going there, I want everyone to know that I'm there.
Well, no, but then you can let them know as soon as you decide.
I appreciate what you're saying, but no, if I come there just to scope everyone out, that's fine too. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to go there.
Okay, good enough. STEM. You want STEM? Yeah. All right. You're gonna be brewing pain medicine. So I need 3 medicine or nature checks.
Oh, sweet. That's so much better than medicine.
Need to make a note next time when during the week
Of
to see
asking
who's
who's going live.
doing well in each class because you know.
You
So-
should say nature, right?
Or medicine or nature.
Yeah, so that's 2 22s and a 6.
Okay, so you overall pass the lab, which means that you'll get advantage on your roll for this.
Like I get to roll again.
Yeah, you
replace
take
my
the highest of the 2 d20s.
Oh.
Because remember, when you do a lab, it replaces a
Yeah.
homework score. So you roll 2d20, take the higher. Does that make
I
sense?
thought you just rolled 1d20 and replaced the homework score with that.
So I'm saying you roll 2d20s,
Mhm.
take the higher of those to replace that homework score.
Cool.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm
yeah.
like, I'd really like to talk to the professor and try to get on your good side.
Okay.
Yeah, like which professor?
You over. Alright, STEM, aren't you?
Yeah.
So it should be Verada Lang, I believe?
Listen.
Lisette. Oh, Dean Lisette. That's right.
Yeah, what a
Dean Lisette of the Witherbloom College.
Yeah. So, Professor, what is your favorite part of healing and things? You know?
I like the investigation side of it. I like the evaluate the most because I get to think of it as a puzzle and try to solve the puzzle.
I've been having a hard time solving those puzzles, you know what I mean? But I want to get better at it, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that.
It seems like you did a good job brewing the pain medicine.
That's
Looks like you learned bloomberry juice pretty well.
Yeah.
It's good. Have you tried it, the bloomberry juice?
Yes, of course.
It's good. Yes. It's a little bit of a laxative. But,
I like to put it in tea sometimes with a little bit of ginger.
yes, it is. It blends very well. Yes, you're always welcome to ask questions in class if you feel like you're falling behind.
I mean, I do ask questions, sometimes,
yes.
but I don't know.
I'm high
It's
as
just a
fuck.
very hard class for me. I very specifically did not get high before going to this lab.
Well, no, but in class.
Yeah.
It's a little early in the morning.
It is still early. We haven't even had our first exam yet. Sometimes it just takes time to adjust to this.
Mm-hmm.
You'll get better.
Okay.
Just keep asking questions and keep trying hard.
I appreciate
Are you getting tutoring?
Yes, sometimes.
Keep leveling up and increasing your proficiency.
if you keep the tutoring going, it will catch.
Okay.
It will. You can do this.
Oh my goodness, thank you.
Valentine speaks very highly of you.
I'm very surprised by that, but thank you.
This class is hard.
This class is very hard.
Astra kicks in the door. This class is beans easy. Get me out of here,
Go
boys.
ahead and give me a lab roll of advantage.
Oh god. That's a 10.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Did that improve your score? Yeah. Okay. What are we looking at now? For Cotton. I get names right.
Still
You just assume I'm the problem child.
Still only 53.
And you're fixing it, right?
54.
54? Okay. Yeah, you can do some work.
We'll get it up. That's what she said.
Yeah.
All right.
I really need you to roll well when I come ask you to study.
I mean, I hope my my tutoring roles keep on the luck they've been having because it's been pretty nice.
They're not.
I said I hope, but okay.
So, you guys are now going to your magical physiologies lab, and you have Melly with you,
Yeah.
as he's a part of your group.
I'm a little on edge. Considering what happened last time.
Yeah. It is, and you guys have been told that you guys are going to Witherbloom again.
I love this one. It's amazing.
So, what you've been told is that you're going to go to the Sedgemoor, and you're going to collect 4 ingredients from a chest located in the center of one of the mini mazes, and each group is being sent to a different maze throughout Sedgemoor. You are given a recipe.
This going in well. What does it say?
It says my life is hell.
Yeah. We need to catch a pheasant.
Sorry, unprofessional, I suppose. Pheasant's eye goes into the cauldron. King's folly must be soaked. The third plant to go into the cauldron must be ground. Witherbloom.
That diphthong's usually
Witherbloom.
Witherbloom goes into the cauldron directly after King's folly. Merksweed goes into the cauldron directly after the chopped plant.
Oh, is this something real?
Yeah. Yes.
God damn it.
And then it has the thing that says number 1. What?
That's not for you guys, you're good.
Okay.
That's for me to know which clue this is.
Oh.
Yeah. That's it.
So is it number 1B?
1D, what it is.
Can I see?
Absolutely. Absolutely. There's absolutely information missing from these instructions.
Oh, okay. I was afraid that I was confused for no reason.
Oh, the ground is in my...
No, you're confused for a very good reason.
Okay.
It is,
Goes into the
as the professionals would say, confusing.
As you guys are told about this, this is Professor Roland. She explains to you that each one of these recipes will be, or each one of these ingredients has to be done a different way, and they have to be added at a certain time.
Sure.
In other words, there's 4 ingredients, and they go in a cauldron at a certain order. Okay. If you don't get the order right, it ruins the ingredient. You have to restart over again. Each one of them can only be done a certain way. And as you can see, they are either soaked, chopped, ground, or bruised. She's told you that they are once again located in the chest at the center of this maze, and she tells you that the maze is southeast, about 1.5 miles southeast of Widdershin's Hall, which is the big building you guys go to when you guys enter into Witherbloom, right? And when you go southeast, you'll find a yellow bark tree, and that's where you'll know you start the maze.
These are cute.
I agree.
So, you guys ready to go on your journey?
I'm ready to suck and die. Let's do it.
Sword drawn. Yeah.
We'll go into the swamp again, I guess.
My only hope is that I can suck and then die instead of the other way around.
In that order?
Yeah.
I don't know where Thorhan is, sorry.
This is the worst day ever.
Melithorn goes, Thoron.
I ain't saying
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. My bark was tingling. I got you. Nothing.
Yeah. Okay.
Wooden trap.
I don't know what that means, but okay. I don't know what I don't know what implications that has, but okay. Alright.
How are we getting there? What's the plan? You guys teleporting? You guys,
Can we not take the carriage?
You can take the carriage, absolutely. Yeah, and it takes you to Widdershin's Hall, so.
Yeah, might as well carriage.
Okay. So you guys start off, I'm guessing you guys meet at the Biblioplex or at the dorms outside, right? And make your way there. Okay, so the carriage you guys find is from the center campus, which means it's more traditional, like oxen that's leading it.
Mm-hmm.
It takes you through the bridge as you make your...
the ox thing.
The ox thing. As you make your... It's like an oxen equivalent, so
Sure.
I'd say the... Yeah, you get
I pet the ambiguous animal.
Yeah. The technical term are called rothe, is what they're called, which are like a herd animal. But that's besides the point. Anyways.
I will defer to your information, for I am not equipped for it.
No, you're good. The rothe leads you to this path to the Widdershin's Hall, and as you get to Widdershin's Hall, a lot of the groups are starting to disperse different ways. You guys are going southeast, they're going southwest. You know, like they're all going different ways to different mazes. And each has a different set of ingredients too.
I'm gonna yell, "Hey, hot butt!" at nobody in particular, and then act like I didn't say anything. Let's see what happens.
Make a performance check.
We're just gonna take a look at her butt.
Oh, she absolutely could have been talking to you.
It is looking pretty good today.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great prank. I wish I was prepared for what I needed to do. 21.
You get a lot of people to turn. Santher turns, Shazu turns, Grayson turns. They all turn. Like, I mean, all the groups just like...
More importantly, just Thorhan.
Thoron does not.
Mission failure.
I think prank is a pretty good applicator of what just happened, so I think I'm alright.
Okay.
Alright.
I wasn't trying to snipe Thorhan or anything. I was just trying to prank some people.
Can we get some survival checks to make sure we're heading the right direction?
Oh
You
no.
can absolutely die. Thanks for asking.
Oh my
I'll roll for
god.
Melly.
Oh, I rolled a terrible.
Six.
16.
16.
Okay. Between Melly, Farah, and Vassie, you guys are kind of leading the way for the most part. You guys are just kind of more distracted by...
By the fact that I hate to be here, yeah.
It's just really nice to
And
wander.
you were like, you hate to be there, and you're like, oh, I get to be here again. Like, there's two opposite distractions causing this. So you guys are able to find your way pretty easily to a yellow bark tree.
Yellow bark?
You see a path that winds between pools of stagnant water, leading eastward and deeper into the misty swamp. So the only direction to you is to go east.
Well, then I guess we're gonna go east, aren't we?
I feel like we should take a little bit of the yellow bark tree, just in case it's needed.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Go ahead and make a sleight of hand just to carve some off.
10.
You kind of like scrap and like you kind of damage the bark rather than get it off, and you're able to get a piece of the yellow bark off it. Yeah, nice quintet. Not the best for the blade, but your blade's magical, so yeah.
Look, I got this blade from a druid.
It's like you're hacking at it. You know,
Yeah, I'm not like hacking it with a tree. I'm like using it to like gently pry the bark off.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys go east and you come to a standing stone. Its face is worn smooth by eons past. Only the symbol of an eye, half closed, still recognizable. Path leads east, west, where you came from, and south.
Same, bro.
Where's he facing?
The eye, east, south, and west.
The eyes facing 3 directions.
Yep. There's 3 eyes. Like there's a tree, and there's the south one, the west one, and the east one. The 3 paths in front of you.
Is there anything else that's noticeable around the area?
You can make a perception check.
11.
No, that seems to be the biggest detail from what you can tell.
Is there any difference between the wear of each eye, or are they identical?
The eye itself, or the path? Sorry.
The eye.
The eye.
You said there's 3 eyes.
Yeah, investigation check on that one, because you're examining that specifically.
That's pretty good. I'm pretty good at investigation. 24.
24. South seems to be the most worn.
Okay.
Like it seems like it's been. You can see people making like knife marks on it.
Interesting.
Almost like I've been here before, thing. And the south has a lot of marks.
Does anything happen if I touch the eye in particular?
You go to touch it, and there seems to be no presence to it. It seems like it's just a tree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Seems like the south one is the one that's been most. Because look at there's little like notches in the tree bark.
yeah.
Can I like put my hand against the tree and like say, Witherbloom, I know that we haven't talked in a little while, but would you be able to tell us which direction to go in since it's your swamp and all?
Make a persuasion check.
I also want to make it clear before it goes any farther that I have cast mage armor.
Mage armor. Okay.
26.
26.
Count the couple of things I'm good at.
Okay. I will say that you have this beacon in your head of going south.
I really think that we should go south.
I agree.
Seems logical.
So you go south?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The trail leads north, east, and west. At the intersection lies a flat moss-covered slab of stone. So north going back to where you came from, and then west and east.
Now I'm gonna hit you with this because this is a thing that is wildly up to interpretation.
Mm-hmm.
My gambler feature is never tell me the odds,
Okay.
which specifically says talk to your DM
Uh-huh.
about which choices seem the best.
Okay. That's definitely an appliance thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like this is 100% like I have like this sense of the odds and what makes most sense for like what if someone's trying to do something. So again, this is wildly up to your discretion.
Yeah, east feels like a dead end.
Okay.
And you just came from north.
Mhm.
So
We also just came from east, so it makes more sense to go deeper into it. So that makes sense from that kind of narrative standpoint as well. And like I don't know if you want to have charges for this either, because it says like it's just kind of like it's.
would you feel okay doing it like lucky, three a day?
Yeah, I think that's for the best.
Let's make a little note for that.
Yeah,
three a day.
So, as we're walking, I'm going to say, thank you, Witty, and then I'm going to try to keep a lookout for a pheasant or king's folly or something that looks like it should be chopped, or merkweed, maybe something that looks grindable.
Okay, make a perception check.
I mean, we're gonna get all of the ingredients from the chest, right? But I guess it makes sense to collect things while we're
I
here.
see nothing but beautiful butterflies.
Yeah, there's a lot of trees.
Now, I have the intuition to go west, right?
Yeah, west is what's pulling.
Is there anything that I can see in the vicinity that would point that way particularly?
Let me look at the description again.
Okay.
The moss itself that's covering the slab of stone is more worn on the western side. Like the moss coming from the stone onto the ground,
Okay.
you can see marks and footprints. Maybe it rained recently and there's like mutts, like
Okay.
slush to it
Okay.
going west.
So I'm gonna like bend down, kind of like rub between my fingers.
What do you see?
It seems more worn on the west side, and I'm getting a bad feeling from east. Call it gambler's intuition. Think you should kind of like.
Maybe the woods are talking to you.
The woods have talked to me before, and usually they're a bit more direct.
Okay.
But no, it's just.
Trees don't have time for fluffy language.
It just feels like the west is where we need to go, right?
I'll trust it.
Sure.
Alright, you head west. The path flows eastward, where you just came from, and southward. A rotten shack stands at the corner, but it's hard to believe that someone would choose to live there.
You guys want to check
knocked
out
on
the
the door.
spooky shack?
No.
Well, I
Words
already
can't
knocked
describe
on the
how much I
door.
do not want to do that.
I already knocked on the door.
Yeah, we're like, I definitely don't want to do that. Knock, knock, knock. Hello.
Candy, wait!
As you doom, 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 the door just starts to open. Creaks.
Hello.
And it starts to open a little bit.
I'm absolutely shocked it didn't just fall over.
Hello. Anybody home?
Well, if we're going in,
I mean, I guess we're already here.
Okay.
Look
I went-
around.
I will investigate the shack.
Go ahead
Are
and
there
make
cool
investigation checks. Anything in particular you guys are investigating while you're doing this?
Cool stuff.
Signs of people that have been there.
Okay.
Any
Pieces
sign?
of paper that make the old piece of paper less confusing.
Good.
17.
That is a filthy 20.
My investigation is a negative, so that's 6.
6.
Faerun notices cobwebs.
Cobwebs.
I assume you did not roll well.
I got a 9.
Okay.
You were mainly looking for the idea of people have been there, right? And you were looking for what?
Cool stuff.
Items of some type. Okay. As you're looking around, we'll start with you first. You make your way around the building. The floor is creaky. It's moldy. It's it's dark in there. There's no sense of light. You go to look at the lanterns on the wall, the candle holders, and there's dust all throughout. These haven't been lit in a while. Go to where the fireplace is. You check the fireplace. Nothing but ages old ash. Wood that's there still is rotted and molded over time. There's a dinner set on the table. Plates broken. Table, good shape, but just dusted and covered. 3 chairs. All wooden, no stone at all. And no leftover food, not even crumbs, just plates broken and shattered across the table.
She's gonna sigh a little bit as like the neglect of wooden furniture and stuff is kind of like sad.
Mm-hmm.
So she's gonna use druidcraft to try and like, first of all, like mend some of the
The stuff that's going on there.
of the like the firewood, like all of the rotted types. Then she's gonna like try and kind of like
Almost purifying.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Like very like shades of druid.
Okay. Hand traces over as you go through the incantation. And the wood starts to restore as much as a druidcraft cantrip can. Yeah.
Like little leaves sprout
yeah.
out from
Yeah.
the
There's sense of life to it now.
Mhm.
Faerun's gonna like touch the lantern and like illuminate it with the light cantrip.
Okay. touch the lantern. It smells of burnt dust as you start to light this.
I mean, we're in a swamp, so very real possibility.
Keep going.
What'd you say, sir?
I said there are dead bodies, but just because you were lighting for rooms.
The walls are made of dead
The
people.
lights, it's really dim because of how dust covered these candle holder, lantern glass holder is. You were looking for items and stuff. Right. You go over to the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a one bedroom, like a studio, I guess you could say. Like, And so you go to the bedroom side of the shack and you find a chest. And the chest is locked. Seems like it hasn't rusted the lock. Maybe able to pick it. Maybe. Do you have any visibility?
I might be able to actually.
Definitely going to pick it with my phone.
It is very dust covered, so it's not like a polished chest or anything. I'd say the chest is about yay big. Was that about maybe 3 feet?
Like a trunk,
Maybe
like a little
yard
trunk.
or so. Yeah.
Is it like a chest? Like a
Like a
carry
trunk,
chest?
like a trunk that you would have at the end of a bed.
Okay, alright.
You know?
Oh yeah.
I have thieves' tools, but I don't have efficiency.
You're still welcome to use them. Yeah, it's just
You don't
use all
have
the proficiency bonus.
No, I didn't pick it. Well, I think you can pick it, don't you? It's not like a selection thing.
Yes, you do.
Got them.
Yeah,
Being a
I'll pick
rogue.
something else.
Well, if you're a rogue, you get proficiency. You just can choose to pick expertise.
I'm pretty sure you get proficiency with thieves' tools
Yeah.
as a
When you're a
rogue.
rogue.
You get proficiency with it as a base,
Well-
but then you can pick like.
Well, then
That's not going to do anything. That's going to matter anyway.
Natural one, you said?
Yeah.
You break your lockpick immediately on it.
Yes.
Maybe it's not you. Maybe it's just the lock was really, really rusted. Yeah, not rusted, but like maybe the wrong tool for the job. You're really new to this.
Not true at all.
I'll try and open it.
I look for some paper clips and a subway coupon.
You find paper clips.
I'm gonna shove those in the fucking thing.
No, Sasuke's brother, no.
I'm gonna try again.
Okay.
Son of a bitch.
Go ahead.
Fucking piece of shit.
Can I help?
I will allow it. Yeah. So you can roll advantage.
What skill am I rolling?
It's gonna be if you don't
Proficiency.
have it, it's just gonna be dexterity with no proficiency unless you have proficiency.
Proficiency in.
Thieves tools.
She has to have proficiency.
Okay, so yeah, it's dex plus proficiency.
So that's 23.
23. Okay. This time you're able to get the broken piece out, right? And as you get the broken piece out, you then feel a little slot that you kind of just slick the clip into it, and you're twisting and you're turning, and you feel.
Y'all are wondering how I can hear anything because I've got my ear pressed to it, but the whole time I'm going, you son of a bitch, you fucking bastard. I'm gonna fuck your mom. And you're like, is this working? And then I go, yes!
Nice.
So it makes the click sound.
And we open it.
I open it.
Make a dex save.
I'm
I can
fucking
manage on
dead.
deck saves.
I was gonna say I'd
That-
fucking tackle her, but alright.
You can see while not blinded, deaf, and or incapacitated. Because danger sense. And it's a good thing. That is a 25.
Nothing happens.
You
What's inside? What's
I go,
inside?
click, opens door,
This is-
backflips.
This is my fault. This is something I would do.
I fucking backflip handspring, sword drawn at the door, and there's fucking nothing.
That was really impressive. And then I look inside.
Farrah's gonna kind of like pop her head just a bit. Are you okay? That was really cool, by the way.
Is there a mechanism inside that was supposed to spring but didn't, or anything like
Do an
that?
investigation check to find that out.
Cool beans.
Is the door open? I opened it.
The chest opens up.
17.
I'll get there. 17, you said? You can tell that there were glyphs, but the glyphs have been etched out.
Okay.
Like someone's like taken something and like etched the crap out of it.
Yeah, because the idea is like if we heard something that is not usually what happens when a lock opens, like and then nothing happens, it's like what? So yeah, it was like okay. I
Yeah.
understand.
There was at one point there was something that was set that off. Not anymore. As far as what you
Good
find
instincts,
inside,
but too late, I guess.
you find 75 platinum.
Hot dicks.
Oh my goodness, guys, we're rich.
And on
Legitimately.
the opposite side of that, 220 copper.
We can buy half
Divided
a
into
latte.
little piles.
Nothing in between. Like no monies, no silvers, no golds, no electrums. Platinum and copper.
How common is Electrum in this scenario?
Electrum would be common on Strixhaven campus, but not from where the areas you're from.
We're just gonna kind of pick up a coin. She's gonna look at it and be like, "Is this currency?" She's never seen a platinum.
Ashton's gonna be like, yeah, that's like a 10 gold piece.
Ashtrays are
Oh
good.
wow!
That's what all the really rich people
That's a lot of them.
do Carnival.
You know what a platinum is?
No, I know. Are they
The
good?
really
It's not like
rich
some fucking
people.
toy shit, right?
Oh, and she'll like look at it. And then like, it doesn't seem like it's anything besides
The platinum itself, they are etched differently than the platinum you're used to. They're not just like a pure platinum coin. They have a stamp on them, and this stamp is something none of you are familiar with. It's it looks like a government stamp, you know, but you're not familiar with it.
She's gonna like roll it across her fingers, roll it across her knuckles a little bit, flick it up in the air, catch it. Feels like platinum.
Well, I trust you.
And then
Into
it's
the
gone.
bag.
I knock on the bottom of the chest because lots of people have false bottoms at the Carnival.
Lots of people are false bottoms.
Yo.
So you're just knocking on the bottom of it.
To see if there's a false bottom.
I'm gonna do a sleight of hand just to do like after I was doing this thing
Yeah.
to like do a little like illusion and like make it disappear.
Okay.
I rolled
Ooh.
an 18 for that.
Yeah, that's pretty convincing.
Astra. Yeah.
No false bottom to it. There are 4 items. There
I'm a
are,
magic man.
there are bracers of defense,
Oh.
Those.
belt of frost giant strength,
Hey.
You don't even need it. You know what? You know who could use that?
Talana.
It's a girl.
Talana.
Kalana. Also true.
I want more strength.
That's funny.
So what was the first one?
Bracers of defense.
Bracers of defense. Yep. And then frost giant strength belt.
Can I make my AC 23?
Maybe we up by 12.
I mean, that would be the practical and very logical thing to do, but also 23.
But also,
What are the other items?
A clockwork amulet.
Ooh. I'm a look at it.
Is it like a good watch?
Yeah, I mean, it's an amulet, so it's on a chain. But it's like a necklace.
but like pocket watches are like
Well,
it's
yeah.
two connections or what?
Yeah. And then the last thing is a deck of cards.
That's so on brand.
Hey, Astra, you're really smart. Tell us about the clockwork here. Is it magical?
She's gonna look at the clockwork. She's gonna look at the deck of cards.
Tell us about the both of them.
Okay. I'm gonna make an Arcana check first on the clockwork amulet.
Okay, go ahead.
Is it like an actual clock or just the fact that it has gears?
It's like gears.
That's another 17.
Okay, that's not too bad. See if I can pull it up.
I feel like Thoron would really like this.
Oh, you got my phone.
I
What's doing that?
don't have titties in real life. The fantasy of having titties to put things in.
Couldn't be me.
Only if you're wearing the right top. But put something in right now.
That's not my interest, basically.
I'm just making things disappear.
Where you at? There you are. Okay. So it's this copper amulet, and it has this tiny interlocking gears, and it seems to be powered by some type of magic.
Okay. So I have a magic amulet.
It is,
Specific.
from what you can tell, something that deals with predictability.
Oh, this is how my jam so hard. Okay.
I'm gonna
You
forget
can
all
hear
those
this
dice
faint
by the time we're done playing.
ticking and whirring noise, like whirring sound, this noise coming from within. It does not require attunement. And when you make an attack roll with this amulet, you can forego the rolling d20 to get a 10 on the die. Once used, you can only do it once per die.
I like that. Is it the divination wizard? One of those divination things?
It's from that.
Yeah. I like. Okay.
Yeah, it is on D&D Beyond, so it's from Xanthar's Guide is where it comes from.
It's essentially an amulet that gives you that particular class feature of the divination wizard.
Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay. God, that's just so much.
What about these super cool cards, though?
I'm also going to do the cards.
The cards are...
Same Arcana check or?
roll again, yeah.
Not as good, 11.
11. Deck of cards, you look at them, tons of different faces. All the typical...
And she's doing the whole, fans them out, puts them back, flips them, bridges them, she's going all out on it.
Yeah, you're doing the whole shuffle, and, you're looking at it, and...
And, she kind of does that, and then one flips up, and she grabs the one.
They're old. They seem well used. And they seem to be a deck of cards, but there's something magical happening with them.
Sometimes the best thing to do is a thing of cards, and I reach over and I grab one and I throw it on the ground.
Okay.
Well, that's all dirty.
This one.
So, give me a second here. I should always expect that.
It's a little metagamey, but God, can you do it?
So it's 34 cards, and you put one down, huh?
Yep.
She drew one and played it.
Pick number 1 through 5.
4.
Okay. You pull a Jack of Clubs.
Okay.
And as you put down a Jack of Clubs, there's this berserker-looking face.
Yeah.
And it jumps out of the card.
Yeah.
And there's this big, gigantic battle axe of a berserker. Red beard, horned helmet, golden chainmail. As he just looks around.
That's really scary, guys.
Who are you and what do you want and why the hell are you in this house?
You worked for us now, yes?
Doesn't even acknowledge you. Just keeps looking around.
I'm gonna poke it. I'm gonna poke the axe in his hand.
Straight through it.
Okay.
Ooh, that's for Faerun.
I mean,
I know you're kind of a card person. That screams Faerun.
Oh no. Technically speaking, cards are not Astra's deal. Dice are. So it's
Faerun's gonna so the card's on the ground or did it just?
It's on the ground, and the person came out of the card. They're standing above the card.
Can you pick up the card?
Yeah, Faerun's gonna try to pick up the card.
The person comes with it.
Are they
projecting out of the card?
It's like a hologram.
Yeah.
They're full size.
And she's gonna kind of move it around, and they're just gonna be like.
Yeah, he's just doing it.
Farrah.
And she's gonna kind of tilt it upside down.
He's upside down. Yeah, that is legit what happens.
That's fun.
She's gonna hold out the deck of cards to put it back in the deck.
And Faerun will be like, Tristan, take the card.
Takes the cards. You now have a deck of illusions.
Okay.
I'm gonna put on some bracers and do that. Real quick.
Okay, and you're keeping the belt?
I want the belt!
That raises your strength to 23. That was totally not on purpose.
Yes! Yes! That does require attunement?
The belt does require
So
attunement.
it doesn't
Let
work
me-
yet.
Let me check the other ones real quick. And they all of these exist on D&D Beyond, so
Yes.
you can add them without my help
Be
at
real.
all.
You didn't need 23 strength.
Deck,
Oh, I don't-
Deck
no, no, no,
Illusions
no,
is
no, no, no.
not
That's
attunement,
not my-
just so you know.
If anything, the Bracers of Defense
What
would
is it
be
called?
the thing, but
Deck of Illusions.
I do feel like John had some specific people in mind when he gave us these items. So.
I did, but
After
I
complaining
also
about how I needed to
accept
raise
that you
my
guys want them to go differently, you know?
I think it would be hilarious if I got the Bracers of Defense, but
Oh no.
Cotton Candy desperately needs them.
The other
So.
problem is you can't be wearing armor.
You cannot if you use them.
So
Yeah.
what's my base? What is my base?
10 plus dexterity.
Bracers of Defense are attunement, just so you know.
I don't wear armor.
It would only raise my armor by 1 instead of 2.
Instead of 2.
Yeah, if I had the Bracers of Defense, that would literally make my whole thing 23 AC.
Clockwork is not attunement.
Mhm.
Cards aren't.
So I will defer to you, Kat, whichever one you want. Do you want the more surefire hit, or do you want the defense?
Can you cast Mage Armor if you're wearing armor? I'm pretty sure you can't.
Mage armor.
It makes your Mage Armor overwrites your armor.
Yeah, it makes it
basically 13 plus your dex.
dex. Yeah.
But since I don't wear armor,
And belt. The belt is good.
yeah, but I don't wear armor. I just wear the uncommon glamour weave dress.
It doesn't go inventory. I put them there and went, oh no, and then they disappeared.
Amulet. Clockwork amulet. There it is.
Okay. Everybody got their stuff?
Figure it out, you know.
So do you want the bracers?
I'll keep them for now.
Alright, I will add the clockwork amulet to my equipment. It is so added.
Very cool. Alright, so you guys are still.
Sure they require a team.
Bracers of Defense do. According to
Oh,
mine.
there it is.
Yeah.
Wait, but then it didn't do anything to my armor class.
Did you equip it?
Yeah.
Did
And
you?
removed my leather armor.
What's your armor now?
11.
What's your dex?
1.
So 10 plus 1. Yeah, it should do something to it.
So it should be 13.
We can fix that later.
Have you considered taking mage armor as a spell? I know for a fact there is a warlock invocation that lets you cast mage armor at will.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I like my one that gives me health points.
Okay.
Oh, dude, the dice fell out of my boobs.
Okay.
Works out.
The other side of the coin of
Yeah.
storing things in your
My shirt
your fantasy ditties.
Alright, so you guys are in the shack. Anything else in the shack you guys are doing?
Was there anything else or just the chest?
Those chests that you were looking in the room?
I just have to say, I was wrong. It was a good thing we came in here. This is pretty useful stuff.
Thanks, Cupcake.
What are we gonna do with all this money?
Buy stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh. Shopping trip?
Hell yeah. Let's get some shoes.
Let's get some shoes.
You know you wear shoes. We'll get you something.
I have
Let's get the shield.
I'm forgetting what they're called.
Foot wrappings or something?
No, like
Those.
Horseshoes?
horseshoes, but it's not horseshoes. It's like
Clothes.
Goat shoes?
she wears shoes.
Oh, does she really?
They're hammered on, like under her nail. You know what I mean? Like a horseshoe.
Her shoes. Her the shoe
She has
is hammered into her hoof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a horse.
She's got hoops.
Why would she wear shoes? Just for fashion?
No, it's a horseshoe.
I didn't
It's a horseshoe.
draw her with horse hooves, by the way.
Okay,
She's
but a
got
horseshoe is a
hooves.
metal like
Yes.
ring.
Well, that's what
Is that
I'm
what
saying.
he-
It's
is that
not
what
a
he's saying?
horseshoe because
Yes.
it's not for,
Okay.
she's not a
From-
horse.
In my brain, when he said it's a shoe that's nailed to her hoof, I think of like a sneaker, like a gym shoe that has been hammered onto her hooves. That's what I pictured there when you just described that.
Anyway.
It's funny.
So, you guys you came
It's late.
you came from the east, and there's a path south.
Right.
Well, I guess there's only one way to go.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of, we just go that way.
Okay.
Gaily forward.
You guys go south.
Yeah.
Here the path runs north and south along a shallow pool where fish traps have been set up, but the ropes have long since rotten through.
I will inspect the rotting, gross fishing line. Also, I'm going to touch it on the end and cast Druidcraft to try and
Fix the rotting.
fix the rotting rope.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your investigation.
The absolute most filthy 20 ever.
Pull up the
Nice.
fish trap a little bit as you kind of look at it. Lots of dead fish and couldn't escape.
This is sad.
I don't like this.
Also, it smells really bad.
It smells awful.
There's nothing about the situation that is advantageous to us whatsoever.
This smells worse than that time that Dad decided he was going to go on a fishing trip by himself and he came back half dead.
I mean, what is the challenge rating of the fish, though?
What was he fishing?
He was
Narwhal.
looking for narwhal, and he was also looking for,
Why on earth would you fish for a narwhal?
because Dad has this idea that he can't transform into things unless he's seen them in their glorious habitats and engaged in honorable battle.
So he wanted to fight the narwhal so that he could become the narwhal and therefore supplant the narwhal in its native habitat or something. I don't know. He's kind of weird. Like, I love my dad. He's kind of out there. You
He
know?
wasn't going to kill the narwhal.
No.
He just wanted to best the narwhal.
In a contest of bravery and skill.
I suppose I can respect that.
Yeah.
In its own weird way.
Yeah, but he came back, like, looking half dead, even though he can't be half dead, because he's got too much magic or whatever. But he smelled like he was half dead.
He smelled like half-dead things, let's say that.
Yeah, and this reminds me of that smell.
The smelly smell that
That
smells.
smells smelly.
It's a smell anyway.
I love you guys just finish each other. I finished it.
Shut up, narrator!
Get on with it!
Get on with it!
Alright, so
You got any grapes?
People like grapes.
we got south is the or north, and you guys came from north. You guys going south or you guys go back north?
If there's something else to look at, then yeah, we'll just continue on our way south.
Okay.
Did you really poke through all of the fish and make sure none of them had swallowed something?
Oh, great question. Definitely not. I definitely didn't do that.
I'm going to give cotton candy to poke through the fish.
I'm glad you asked.
I don't want to poke any fish. That's, I mean, what is, I don't even know
Don't
what's
touch
happening.
me, you're dirty.
Don't touch me.
You smell
If
bad.
you think the fish swallowed something, cotton candy would poke the hell out of some fish.
Do you poke the fish?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Poke the fish.
Alright. You poke it, and it is disgusting the smell it releases as you poke it, and the eyes gouge out a lot
What,
more.
just because it
Ooh,
smells
eyes.
like death?
Oh yeah, it's like
Ooh.
sunken in the eyes.
There's
Oh,
nothing
God.
wrong with the smell of death.
Eyes are usually the first to go.
Yeah, they're like exploded.
Okay, Miss Scientist, relax. Bazzy doesn't know this.
That was Mary.
I know. That's why I said Miss Scientist. Bazzy's not a scientist.
What? Does it make you think that the fish are special and I should keep poking them?
No, it makes me think they died recently.
Makes Bassy think they're gross.
Makes
Fair's gonna look
Bassy
around. Just gonna kind of like peek around real quick.
Go ahead.
She sees not a lot. 7.
Something occurs to Astra. This is the second time we've approached something where somebody obviously did this on purpose, but we haven't found anyone. It's very suspicious.
Is this from that night hag
Freaking Bessie with the goddamn brilliant freaking
But what if
I'm just trying to think of what would eat these nasty ass fish, and it's that nasty ass bitch that was giving me nasty ass nightmares.
But what if Pharisee?
With the perception check?
Sure.
Slight hum to the wind. That's about it.
Oh, well, we'll just ignore our surname real quick. What?
Does Fair recognize it as anything familiar?
It's not unfamiliar. It's something you remember from the Fae. It's... I'd say it's familiar-ish.
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Do I hear it?
I'll say you do, yeah.
I hear swamp.
Oh, right. That's
I got an 8 on the perception check, so yeah, the only thing I hear is my boots walking into the freaking swamp.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the wilds.
It's very homey.
Well, why? I wanna look.
Astra's gonna hack at a nearby vine because it's like in the way. It's a vine.
Slash cuts. Does its job.
Fair's gonna keep contemplating this while she follows.
Okay, so you continue south. As you continue south,
So well.
you reach the middle of the intersection where the path...
The swamp murdered one of our I want to say teammates 4 times, but it's classmates.
Keep going.
You reach the middle of the intersection, and path leads north, of course, south, and eastward. You hear the voices of children singing.
Who does? Everyone?
Everybody.
Oh, balls.
And an overwhelming need to take a nap. Just for a little while.
Can I make some kind of nerd check?
Or
For being a nerd.
in a
Can you give me something to go off of? Like, is it history check that you're thinking?
I was thinking history check, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Is there so not anything for me to know. Are they undead? Mostly because there's a mechanic that you would need to keep in mind.
In what way?
If undead things try to attack me or something like that, they have to make a special roll.
Nothing.
Does this affect Fae? A Fae.
It's not that you need to take a sleep. You just feel drowsy. So you don't feel like you have to take a nap. It'd be nice.
You guys want some coke?
Wait, there.
23 on your history check, right?
I was committed to the bit there.
Yes, you were.
You've heard of places in which forests can come to life and almost draw people in. Almost like a piranha plant.
Okay. Do I see anything that would give away that kind of plant? Because a piranha plant is fairly, distinguishing from other plants.
Make it another investigation check, because you're just looking more detailed now.
Do I get advantage because I'm a person?
I'll say with the because you know what you're looking for. Oh, I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna chew on some ethereal coca seeds.
This was an investigation?
Yes.
18.
18. Double check my notes.
I think that's right.
You don't feel too happy about the path south.
Okay.
It feels like it's pulling you that way. The grasses and the greens get greener and more vibrant.
So I'm skeptical of it.
Yeah, the vibrancy almost seems artificial.
Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at it, and I've got like my skeptical face. Where do you? I'm gonna ask like Vassie. Where do you want to go?
I'm not gonna lie to you. The sound of laughing children in the distance is fucking weird. It makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like it.
Right, but like, ignore the laughing children. Ignore everything. Kind of focus in. Where do you want to go?
I want to go to the chest so we can make this stupid potion so I can go home.
Okay. Farah, what are you feeling?
Where am I feeling like going?
Yeah, like what's drawing you right now?
She's gonna look towards like the green, like the area's like green and
Super
nice.
green, like just lush and vibrant and just gorgeous.
I mean, that looks really pretty.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You see, like, but like, think about that. It's weird, isn't it?
I was gonna take like a second look, and like she hadn't considered it looking weird, and she's like,
We're in the middle of a swamp. Everything around us has been rotting, decayed.
And beautiful.
That's fine, but it doesn't look like that.
Mm-hmm.
So why does it look like that now?
What happens when I eat the ethereal coca? It's cocaine. But it's the seeds that cocaine is derived from.
What happens when I take cocaine?
I'm tired, so I'm gonna take the drug that counteracts that.
You really don't feel tired, you know?
Fucking nothing. Fucking nothing happens. You get fucking high as balls.
I feel so much better nowadays, though.
Yeah,
You to try some of these seeds. They're really good.
In fact, I'm gonna build a house.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically what I'm getting at is that whole situation susses me out completely.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it.
I mean, I want to like it, but
I want to like it. I don't like it.
Does
same
that side
time.
still look that same way?
Oh no.
Let's get out of
Does
here.
that
John just changed the highlight color. I'm not comfortable.
does that area still look the same vibrantiness?
To the south.
Yeah, am I still being
Is-
called to sleep?
Is that where the
Hearing
children are
children
laughing? Is that where it's coming from?
Feels like it's coming that way.
Oh, I'm fucking turning around.
So we're going east.
You can go east if you want to.
We're going east. I'm gonna pull my sister east. Like, guys, we've worn out our welcome here. Let's go.
I'm out.
Going
I
east.
feel like I'm always welcome here.
You're free to come back.
Another intersection. It's made from sturdy worked stone. It arches over streams of water and leads north, south, and where you just came from, westward. Seems like the voices have died down.
It seems sturdy.
Yes, sturdy worked stone. Like someone like crafted this.
I don't trust like that.
I am going to poke it with the scabbard of my katana.
Does the stonework?
Mm-hmm.
You poke it. Seems not an illusion. It's legit stone.
Does it seem
It doesn't
kind of-
move.
I just saw a path that was unnaturally green, and now there's a stonework thingy, and that could be Lang. It could be just some bullshit that Witherbloom Swamp has going on in it because it's want to do that, but I don't know.
I'll hop on it. I'll hop on the
Jumping
first.
on the stone?
I'm gonna hop like I imagine there's like steps.
Uh-huh.
But hop on like the second step.
You
sister.
get up to the second step.
I'm being cautious, but like, yeah.
You look around. You can see footprints making almost like circles around the stone. You didn't notice them when you were standing there, but for some reason now you can notice the footprints.
I see. I'm gonna go to Cotton Candy, who's tall and probably can see onto the bridge. Sorry. Do you see what I see here? And she's gonna point to where she sees footprints.
Where are you at?
Oh.
Are you standing on the ground?
Yeah.
Even with you guys being about the same height? No?
What? Okay.
Yeah, even with you guys being the same height?
Well, with me,
But that's what I mean
on
by.
the
That's what I mean by.
I mean, maybe. I mean, Cotton Candy's
Yeah.
usually pretty lanky.
Yeah.
Even up 2 steps, 4'9" is still, maybe 5'5".
Yeah, she
I
can.
mean, 6 foot something.
Yeah, she can see it.
Well, I see something. And it's pretty creepy. So come up here and stand on the step with me, if you don't mind.
Okay. And because I'm feeling a little like studious and like we're kind of in the forest, my skin's gonna start to turn just a little bit green and my hair's gonna get kind of shorter, but I'll stay tall because she asked me to look for stuff.
Okay.
I climb up the steps, but I'll keep an eye on the stones because like, I don't know.
You go up the steps, you look down, and you see footprints making circles around the stone.
Oh, that is interesting.
And when I
that-
say, I should clarify this, making footprints, new footprints, and new footprints. Think Marauder's map.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking as well.
Is there any writing on the stones?
Investigation check.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, there's writings. What languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Primordial, and Silver.
Nope.
No, which one infernal?
Nope.
It's not silver.
Do I recognize it's
writing
draconic?
Yes. But not the draconic that you've been learning. Ancient draconic.
Do you tell me it's draconic?
Mm-hmm.
I put my hands on it and I start to think and to kind of talk to Witty again, and I say, "Hey Witty, what would you say this says, baby?"
As she's doing that, I'm going to take
Persuasion check.
a piece of parchment and one of the wax candles that I have, and I'm going to make a relief of the
Very cool.
of the
Yeah. What was that? No answer. No feeling.
I know you helped out before, Witty, and that's really cool. Thank you.
This doesn't mean anything to me.
Nope.
Okay. Interesting.
So essentially, what you're showing right now is the
relief.
that you've made.
I guess it's not a relief, it's just a copy of the runes. I basically just took a crayon and rubbed it onto a thing.
Is that not a relief?
I think it is.
It's
So
a rubbing.
It's a rubbing.
stone.
Yeah.
Sees footprints. North, south. You came from west.
Is there anything like a large stone or something that we could all fit onto?
In what way? So, like,
In the way that I want to cast Levitate on it and float us across without having to use the bridge.
Anyone else feel like the school's trying to kill us?
Every day. Actually, no. It doesn't feel like the school is trying to kill us. It feels like it doesn't really care if it kills us or not.
Nothing that is big enough for all of you to fit, but there's stones that like each of you could fit on, but not like all at once, if that makes sense. This is the biggest stone there is in this. And
If one of us can fit onto it and then I cast levitate, we can push it back and forth.
Okay.
I can just fly.
Well, then she can be the one to push the one over last, and then she can fly across.
This is to go over the streams.
This is to go over the stream without interacting with the being that is making footprints on the cobblestone.
Okay.
Unless we want to actually engage this being, which I'm not sure if we do.
It's always nice to make new friends.
Here's the thing. Do I know how to say hello in Draconic?
They were only working on the alphabet, so no, because that's more not going into the spelling, right? That's more of going into understanding diction.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do I know what witty means when they call me Blanco?
Okay. This is Mary speaking. We studied Draconic alphabet.
Yes.
What was that one letter she was really good with?
Well, like, that's the thing. Even when you study modern Greek,
You can still see the roots of it.
ancient Greek uses the same letters, it's just they pronounce them different.
This is a little different. This is like it. So there's a difference between knowing letters and knowing the words that they form.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. And what
Yeah.
I'm saying is, like, we could sound out an approximation of the Draconic.
Even if it's wrong.
Yeah, I think I would allow that. Yeah.
It would sound like kindergartners reading children's books for the first time and not getting everything right at all.
It would be Matt Mercer saying Sigil.
So you're trying to do the sounding of it?
Yeah, when I specifically, who studied modern Greek in college, look at the spelling of ancient Greek stuff, and I sit there and I pronounce it completely fucking butchered incorrect, but like an approximation enough that if I said it to a Greek person, they'd go, "I think you're trying to say Hera."
So the pronunciation is Hadhelat.
And we butcher that, and then we look around. Did footsteps change?
Nope.
Well, I got nothing.
Good try.
We're just going to walk through your forest, Mr. Friend person. Is that okay with you?
Which way you go?
Is there anything? So where are we right now? What's going on?
So you have the stonework,
Mhm.
bridge over stream north, bridge over stream south, and then the path where you guys came from the west, which was the voices and stuff.
So there's two different
North and south.
bridges.
Yeah, two streams.
Okay. And they're and both of them
Yeah, I
have.
think it was like a fork.
And do both of them have the footprints on them?
Footprints are just going around the stone.
Oh.
It's like a podium, right?
Yeah, like I think it was like a podium, a big podium.
And the
platform.
bridges are connected to the podium.
No, the bridges are past it. So I
Okay,
think
so-
dirt work,
So there's a raised
fringe, bridge.
stonework podium that
Oh.
we're standing on, and then we can step up to a certain point.
Yeah.
Are there smaller stones?
Yeah, there's smaller stones.
I pick up a smaller stone and I walk away from the podium. Do I still see the footprints?
No,
Are we at the
dude, that's a
very-
good question. But no,
Are we at the top of the podium when we're looking down and seeing the
so
footprints?
you can see it from any time you touch it. Any part of you is touching this stone.
So I can make my body kind of misshapen-ish, so I'll walk down 2 steps while keeping my hand on the stone and Such what would be a body where the footprints are.
I will say
Ooh,
Nothing.
That made a chill into my body.
Nothing.
Witherbloom. Draconic for Witherbloom.
Nothing.
Is there anything else on the podium?
No? No, just the engraving. Which is what you guys have. No.
Uncle, do you know anything about Witty?
Are you asking
The
Witty if they know about Witty?
I'm asking the footsteps.
The footsteps? No response.
Well, maybe we just go a direction. You guys
Is there any,
figured south was good, right?
I don't think we've actually determined north or south.
Not
South?
here, but back at the last place, your stuff all pointed south. So maybe it was this south. Because it wasn't the weirdly Kelly Green, awful children laughing south.
Possible. And the again, these are just going in circles.
Start walking in circles.
Use like in the footsteps?
With it, yeah.
Nothing.
Then Kenny, you're stressing me out. I'm gonna go south.
Going south?
I'm going south.
Everybody else going
I
south?
hop off the podium and I traipse my little fucking dipshit ass over the.
How do I feel about south?
You doing the thing?
Yeah.
Feels like the way not to go.
You just hear me kind of like making a noise.
North?
Indulge me.
North. And I get off the south bridge and cross the north bridge.
Okay.
Katana drawn.
I'll go too, because it's never good to go off into the woods alone.
Eastward or southward you came, the trail leads through a bank of fog that is particularly dense.
Through the fog.
Through the fog?
Yep, I want to find a chest and I want to go home.
Fassi starts to walk through the fog. And there it is. The chest.
A chest. I walk up to it and I am just about to get there and I stop. And I poke it with my sword.
I'm gonna try
That's really good
and make a
check.
puff of wind in order to see how the fog reacts.
On the chest is this.
A spoken word unseals me. It starts with F. Halfway between twins, the next character lies. Okay, fuck.
I.
F.
I.
is Between twins.
I.
Twins.
Twins.
Oh. But
Bye. There's capers. Filigree. Fireplace.
where's the fucking F here?
Administration.
Would you like to look at it as well?
Yeah. So it goes in the Joy. 4. It's a research. Yeah. There's an F. Then I found another F. Or 2 F's. There's an F. No other F's. There's an I. There's an I. No other I's. So it's not a weird search.
4.
Yeah, 4.
Jazz. Joy. Tails.
Halfway between twins.
I makes sense. but just for funsies, in case it is an I. Well, those two use I.
Halfway between twins. L and I look similar when mixed caps.
That's why then you have specifically lowercase i's and l's with and uppercase l's.
Well, that's neither here nor there when it comes to how a riddle works, but yeah.
I don't think there are any lowercase l's in here.
There aren't any. Okay. What else could be a twin then?
Well, I think I might be thinking too hard, but there are certain letters that people get mixed up when they're dyslexic, like M and W and B, P, B, D, Q. But I think I is probably closer.
It is interesting that there's both lower and uppercase G.
Is it fix?
Next character lines.
For all those who are listening, they have a sheet in front of them that has a riddle, and it says, a spoken word unseals me. It starts with an F. Halfway between twins, the next character lies. And there's a picture of, I would say, a door, right? Like a double-sided door with a bunch of letters of various sizing. So that's what they're currently looking at. I'm going to roll for Melithorn. Melithorn says, so based on the first line, a spoken word unseals me. So the answer is a word, correct? We can all assume this.
But why is it specifically spoken?
Because we don't know it? Or I don't know. What do you mean?
I'm saying, why specify?
Maybe because touching the letters doesn't do it. It says it starts with F. So at least we know the first one. Or first letter. Halfway between twins, the next character lies. I think we need to understand what twins means.
I agree.
What kind of twins could possibly...
My thought is that a uppercase.
It's 3 o'clock.
It's true.
NBC.
It's just what it is.
Well, there's some W's at the top.
But there's nothing halfway between them.
A riddle can always be solved by the info they give you. It doesn't need outside info. So we know it starts with F. So maybe we need to lean with F.
Are we fucking red herring at this door? Am I just staring at a door
Phil?
that isn't supposed to help me?
By fix.
So what does it mean by F, but also twins?
Halfway between twins, the next character lies.
Fork.
So, halfway between twins.
Is it a twin of F, maybe? What would be a twin of F?
Another F.
Is
But-
there another F on this?
Falafel.
There is 2 F's, and halfway between the 2 F's is R.
Frogs.
So you're saying FR,
That would be the closest thing we can say.
but there's no word that's FR. Unless we have to keep going?
Keep going where?
Friendship.
Maybe we...
That's a good one.
It says it starts with F, and we find twins. So F in F, and you said there was a middle letter R?
Halfway between the 2 F's is the letter R.
Is there only one R?
No.
Fried.
There's another R at bottom left, middle.
So halfway between I, free. Okay, I'll write it down.
F.
And then I to
E.
I is E. E to E.
That is N.
N. No.
I didn't guess. Where's the other E?
What is the other?
Maybe if you count the handle.
If you don't, yeah, if you count the handle.
Like count it as a space, you mean?
Friends.
I said friendship, but I guess that was too many.
Friend, friends.
Friend.
As you say friend, the chest opens.
I was so close.
hate you.
It's
I
the,
hate you
It's
so
a goddamn minds puzzle. Fuck.
So
We should have guessed this immediately.
It's
I mean, I
3
knew it
o'clock
was
in the morning.
similar.
Yeah.
I knew it was similar, but friend, really?
Once solved, the ingredients are wrapped in a runic scroll. It won't open. It appears in ancient draconic, like below. I gave you guys another one.
Another ancient draconic.
Oh, it's
Same
the-
ancient draconic?
It's the same.
Oh, good.
Well, this is a waste of perfectly good parchment.
There are other scrolls. You get a scroll?
Oh.
You get a scroll?
You can give me one, but I can barely read.
You get one. And you get one.
Ooh!
Okay.
I can help you solve this, but, I'm playing an idiot.
Okay. I think some transcribing of letters can be done without too much.
So for our podcast listeners, they have a phrase in front of them. It's green with the letters 3 by 3 by 3, right? So that's 9 letters, characters. And they have been given four hints. Can you guys tell me what the first hint says, please? This is the one that has the words on, like a ton of words on it.
Okay, go ahead.
if these rune words be revealed, you'll find the anagram that lies concealed. A cryptic meaning it may yield of an object one can wield. The item won't be far afield, for with it your path shall be unsealed. So,
And then they were
the
given
anagram makes your weapon, and then the weapon is provided.
3 words that have the ancient draconic mixed with the common equivalent. And those 3 words are what?
Wizard. Chain.
Basket.
Basket.
I feel like, no, three. No.
You got all the letters?
Doesn't seem like it.
Well, it sounded it out, didn't it?
Had her wrapped.
Huh?
So I think that might be an H.
This is an H.
Yeah.
It is similar to the H, but I have the underline on it, so
It doesn't. It might be a capital,
could be.
but yes, it is very similar, but not. So yeah, that's. I'll write down H. In that case,
That one
this would be an E.
Maybe it's an inflection thing.
Maybe.
Put quotes on it so that we know that it's an approximation of the phoneme.
Just gonna put parentheses over the E. Huff.
And then the H at the beginning of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe there's an X.
Because there's another one that is H, but doesn't have the underscore. Huff robot.
I'm just showing the audience so they can see these. Sure.
What is the
So we have the Ox.
No, you guys don't. I don't know why I showed Ox.
so what was the last one?
You guys don't need it. It's possibly for something else.
Chain and basket was mine.
And wizard.
So it says Hath Harat.
But it's an anagram.
Of a weapon.
What weapon does it spell?
What are the letters just read out?
Okay, we have HAD, HER, RAT.
God, it's like a little-
Once again, for those who are listening, just to reiterate it, if these rune words be revealed, you'll find the anagram that lies concealed, a cryptic meaning it may yield, of an object one can wield. The item won't be far afield, for with it your path shall be unsealed.
Maybe one of the things that we got from
Not braces of defense. It's not belt of something or other. Amulet?
there's no M or L or lots of other things.
Cards.
To give you guys a little help on my side, just so you guys know how when I do anagrams or anything like that, the underline does mean cap, and I use capital so you know how many words are in it.
Sure.
Just so you know.
Perfect sense.
Yeah, I was thinking the.
Yeah. Just so you guys don't try to make it 3 different
So
words.
there's
It
an
is.
H
It
and an
is.
E.
And there's 2 words that are H. One word each. That's an H and one word's an E.
Yeah. So it starts with H and E, the 2 words.
Yeah. Just
so
to,
know that.
not to throw too much of a bone, but to show you how it works a little bit.
That helps a lot.
So let me see. That might be.
I just know if I saw 3 and 3 and 3, I would be like, oh, it's 3 words. You know.
No, I've done puzzles like this where you put spaces to trick
Yeah.
codexes to make them harder. So I didn't anticipate that. So I immediately was like, maybe it's 2 words, and I put the, but no, that helps.
Hard Earth.
Hard is where I'm going.
We sure have hard Earth.
Just a slight home.
Earth hard.
It seems to like hard earth, but it needs something.
Hard Earth. Stone?
The scroll pops, and your ingredients lie within.
Nice.
You now have all your ingredients.
So I have to fucking mix the ingredients. What are the ingredients?
You have
Because when we touched the stone, we could see all the things. on it.
King's Folly,
King's Folly, which has to be soaked,
Good enough.
Witherbloom,
which has to go in right after the King's Folly,
Merkweed,
which has to go in right after the chopped plant,
and Pheasant's Eye.
which has to go in first.
Say that?
All it said was that it has to go in the cauldron, which is not helpful.
And something has to be ground. And I think the ground thing has to be added in third.
Well, it's
And
not
it's a plant.
An eye is not a plant.
No.
They're now looking at their ingredient riddle. It's essentially what they're basing these off of, which is for a potion of healing.
Okay, is the cauldron here, or do we need to go back to a cauldron?
It was implied that you would have to go back to the lab for the cauldron.
Alright, let's go.
And we can fast travel your way back. Can I just get a hit?
Are you telling me that we can go snap back to the lab again?
I was going to say that can we do a history check just to make sure that as a group we pass the history check, we get past.
That's a 3.
Okay. That checks.
Yes.
15.
It's a pass. So fail and a pass. We'll still do group 1.
You said history?
Yeah.
That's cool. I can dig it. One day I will find that, and then I will tell you that it's 21.
21 does a pass.
17.
3 passes. And, well,
Glad you guys-
obviously Mel, and Mel would have passed. 12 plus 3. Okay, so you guys were able to trace your way through the creepy ass maze and make your way back to Witterson's Hall, where you guys can catch a ride or teleport, however you guys want to do it, to get back to the labs over in the Biblioplex. So what you guys are doing?
Sounds like the best idea.
Okay, you get back. No other groups have made it back yet. You are the first group back in the lab, so good
The
job.
smartest motherfucker in the entire goddamn world.
Let's go ahead and start thinking about the brew. My goal is to get through this brew, and that's what we'll end our session today, so wait for it.
Let me see it again.
Can we get the other one?
Yeah, the other potion one.
Sorry.
There you go.
Oh,
You guys have, yeah,
well,
good switch.
this is awkward.
We're the best guys.
The cardstock has a nice feel to it, but like
You do love your cardstock.
Yeah.
It's nice.
The third plant to go into the cauldron. Not necessarily the third ingredient, the
Yes.
third plant.
Must be ground.
It's true. So I think
Okay, King's Folly is soaked. And Witherbloom goes after King's Folly. And
Yeah.
Mirkwood goes after
the chopped plant. So I think
So it's
Witherbloom is chopped, and Mirkweed is ground. And
well,
the eye goes
Mirkweed
first.
is definitely ground. I don't know if it necessarily means that Witherbloom is chopped, but it definitely means it's the third plant.
King's Folly is...
soaked.
King's Folly must be soaked. I believe it also is the first plant to go in.
It's the first plant.
Yes.
And then
Witherbloom has to go in right after King's Folly.
Mirkweed is the third plant.
To
so
go
it
in.
is ground.
And so Witherbloom must be chopped.
Yeah, because it has to go in after a chopped plant.
Mm-hmm.
After the chopped plant.
Which would be
Witherbloom.
because
Oh,
this one has to go after so King's Folly has to go in first.
Okay, yeah.
So it's King's Folly that's soaked, chopped Witherbloom, and ground Mirkweed.
Yes.
And then what's fourth?
I thought I said Pheasant's Eye,
Pheasant's Eye is
King's
first.
Folly.
Bruised eye.
What's first is what I'm asking.
We said the bruised Peasant's Eye goes first.
Okay. You guys mix.
Pheasant's Eye.
You mix so first is bruised pheasant's eye.
It's a really poor
You go and
peasant.
put that in, and then what's next?
The soaked King's Folly.
Soaked King's Folly.
Chopped Witherbloom.
Okay. And then lastly, we're doing ground.
Ground
Ground.
As you do this, you stir it. It smells awful, and it's not red at all.
Shit!
Awesome.
Okay.
I
So
filled
seem
up a
like-
green liquid.
Well, I mean, no, we need to.
You have enough ingredients for 5 tries. That's 1 try.
Okay, why not King's Folly, then Witherbloom, then Mirkweed, then Pheasant's Eye?
Try that.
Or, it doesn't say that. No, wait, it does say directly after chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, so soaked King's Folly, then
Pheasant's Eye is an eye, or is it a plant?
I can tell you in just a second. I have it written down here.
I'm assuming Pheasant's Eye.
You guys
is
would like to
pheasant.
look at what they kind of
I
look like.
really hope it's a
So this is-
eyeball.
Let me, so you guys will see the answer. So King's Folly, look like that. This is your Witherbloom,
Mm-hmm.
then your Mirkweed, and then Pheasant's Eye looks like that.
Oh,
Son of a
is a
bitch.
freaking
That's what I
fucking plant. Okay.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
That's what I thought.
Well, that makes it much more difficult because.
Let's say we chop the pheasant's eye because it's
Pheasant's
a
Eye goes
big
into the
seed.
cauldron. It's nothing for me. It's not helpful. Of course it goes into the cauldron. All of them go into the cauldron.
This
But
is-
what
this
if,
is
God
a-
damn it!
This is like the worst technical challenge for
What if you-
British break off I've ever
What if
seen.
you chop the pheasant's eye, put in the Mirkweed, put in the King's Folly that's been soaked, and then put in the Witherbloom?
I see no
Then
in
you have
order.
to soak and grind the King's Folly.
Well, we do know that
No, then you'd have to. So if you chop the pheasant's eye and plop it in, then you put the Mirkweed next.
okay, hold on.
Then you'd have to put the King's Folly soaked and
The
ground.
third one has to. No, it can't be both. The third plant must be ground. So 3 is ground. And that is helpful because that means that we know something. Because
Mhm.
if King's Folly must be soaked, then that means it can't go third.
Yeah.
Right? So
True.
ground.
and it goes directly after King's Folly. It could be ground, but then
Merkweed can't go directly after.
The chop.
It is directly after the
The
chop.
third plant is ground, so the fourth plant can't be.
Merkweed can't go first,
Right.
and it can't go fourth.
Merkweed's second.
The first thing would be pheasant's eye chopped, and then merkweed something.
And Merkweed be ground. It could be ground.
But
No,
the
it
third
can't,
thing
because the
has to be
merkweed has to be.
Go after the
Only
chop.
the third one has to be ground.
It has to go after the chopped plant. We established the third plant is ground, and it can't.
I mean,
go after-
merkweed. I guess it could be.
No, the third plant is ground, so Merkweed can't go after the third plant. It can't go first.
It could be the third one.
No, because
It could be the third one.
It could be the third.
Based on your guys' logic, it can be the second or the third. You're saying it can't be first or fourth.
Mhm.
Because it has to go. It has to go after something.
Yeah.
And you know the third has to be ground, so it obviously can't be fourth. So based on your logic, it has to be second or third. So you guys don't spiral.
King's Frolic.
And what was our first one? Our first
Your
one
fir-
was pheasant.
It was
Pheasant, king,
it was-
voter, merkweed.
yeah. I think you guys bruised it, soaked it, chopped it, ground it.
Yeah.
King's Folly is soaked. King's Folly. Third, which is must be ground. Goes in after King's Folly. So that means that if it goes after King's Folly, it cannot be first.
just after this one, it cannot be fourth either, because it would have to go.
After something ground. I'm gonna have Metalthorn see if he knows something.
Witherbloom could be fourth. No, because King's Folly isn't.
So
Metalthorn's a little lost.
Okay, good.
Thanks, Mel. Thanks, Melly.
So Witherbloom has to be 2.
Metalthorn does say this. Your first one, it didn't work because we made.
Because we thought that peasant's eye wasn't a plant, even though we were looking at it.
No, we made the ground item fourth.
True, we did do that.
It says it has to be third.
Did we?
Yes.
We said the third plant, so we made it the
Right,
third
because we didn't know it was a plant. Okay.
Oh, that was a problem, yeah. So I think King's Folly and then Witherbloom.
Okay.
Because
We have another attempt, so I think doing it just to get more information would be advantageous. Because
King's Folly, then Witherbloom.
Okay.
we've been granted 5 tries. Our first one we are blind and didn't realize what we were doing, but the second one we can use that for more information. So I think we should write down our best guess, see what happens, and then go from there.
Did we say Merkweed was third, but definitely not fourth? Or
You said it can't be fourth or first.
Can it be
Then-
fourth or first?
then it's Merkweed and then Pheasant's Eye.
And what are the ways you're preparing those? I have your order of items.
King's Folly soaked,
Okay.
Witherbloom chopped,
Okay.
Merkweed ground, and then plop the Pheasant's Eye.
Bruised.
Bruise the feather-
Bruise the
pheasant's
feather.
eye.
That's very important.
I
Okay.
keep forgetting where this bruised bit comes out of, but I really
As
As
you told
you,
me, it has to be soaked, chopped, ground, and bruised.
yeah, all 4 have a different prep. You go through the things, and voila,
Mm-hmm.
you now have enough, or you got 1 try wrong, 4 common potions.
Good job, guys.
How many you got? How many tries was
Yeah,
common
yeah,
potions
yeah,
you got out of it?
Makes perfect sense.
And you guys now know how to make potions of healing.
And because
All of
the
you guys do.
player characters, Belly doesn't get one.
Yes. And with that being said, I think that's a good time to end this session on a little puzzle hunt. Sorry if I racked our brains so late.
It's hella early.
Yeah, this is one of the first times I got to do some puzzle stuff, and it was new to me, so I wanted to try it out.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
I liked the friend, and I liked the thing.
yeah.
I liked that was fun.
So, just want to say a couple things. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Lizard's Locations. This was our Strixhaven Syllabus of Shenanigans, episode 14.
Success.
4 of those!
Red liquid. Oh my god.
Good thing that's not made of glass.
We want to thank our sponsor once again, Dice Legion. Thank you for sponsoring us for this episode. Also, make sure you check out the video for Rolling for What Now, and listen to what they're doing over there. They're doing amazing work, and they support us, and we want to support them as well. And
What are they?
What's that?
What are they?
What are they?
What are they?
A podcast.
Super awesome
Okay.
podcast.
Yeah, super awesome podcast. Yes, I should definitely say that. I'll have a thing in for you guys who you guys are seeing. Don't worry. With that being said,
Check us out on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and Mastodon and Hive and Patreon if you really want to support us, because that would be super duper awesome because we can make more stuff for you guys. Yeah.
And then thank you to all of our wonderful musicians, of course. One, I want to say thank you to Sirenscape. There's some really fun, tense things we got to kind of throw in today. Our tense homework music, I love it. Escape Hell is what it's called from them. Alexander Nakarada is the one that did all of our maze creepy music today. So that was all from that. It was really creepy. I was hoping it was get the vibe right. So good stuff there. And then we also want to thank Hypertech for everything that they do, and Scott Buckley as well. Lastly, but not leastly,
But not leastly.
we just want to say it's a new year, and we're so very, very thankful that we get to do this. It's been a new year for you guys. This is, this is releasing in January or February, whenever it releases. Yeah, but
it's brand new to us.
It's brand new to us.
It's brand new to us.
Yes, 3 hours brand new. And we are so excited to take this journey with you. And just thank you so much for being with us. If you want to go check us on Patreon, like you mentioned, please do. But also just liking and subscribing, right? That makes a world of a difference to us. And just, word of mouth that travels. And it's been so fun. The community is amazing. It's so fun going on my Twitter now or my Instagram or wherever I'm on, and I'm just like, wow, so many people to talk to. This is really cool, and everybody's so supportive. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for making this a lot of fun.
If you really want to make John's day, you can leave a comment on the video.
Yes.
That's his favorite
He
thing.
would be so unbelievably excited.
Yeah, it is really exciting getting to do this. But any other announcements before I wrap this up?
No, let's go home.
All right.
I'm ready for bed.
Can we
Hey,
roll yet?
can we roll yet?
Into bed.
Can we roll yet into bed? Which, fortunately for me, is right next to it. All right. See you guys.
Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the world of Eldenhelm, a magical place filled with mystery and majestic beasts. We follow the chronicles of our adventurers brought together by a mysterious being known as Vindon. Many exciting adventures await these unlikely heroes. Follow their excellent adventures on a podcast platform near you, right there, by you, on your phone.
What's your phone?
Hi, Trouble.
Yeah, hi.
You're supposed to be with your party.
I heard you talking.
Okay.
So I came over.
Okay. Well, head on back to your friends. Tell the people bye.
What people?
These ones. I mean,
No, I don't see any people. Where?
you know what? Just check out the podcast, guys. I need to
What's
get
the
her
podcast?
back. Come on,
What are you talking about? Like, people.
Rolling for What Now? Find us on all social media and wherever you get your podcasts. And flowcode.com/pages/rolling for what now.